Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, round 17 of the championship. And I think I've started a bit early tonight, which isn't good, is it? Or actually, it's fantastic because that means I can actually have a more relaxing time going through the drivers and the constructor standings, which is quite possibly the most important thing I'm going to do on the broadcast tonight. Hello to Nosen, Let's Go Gold, and Sean is the king. I am indeed. I'm hosting, so I'm the hostess with the mostess here tonight. So potentially I may have, I don't think I've messed up the lobby settings, but let's find out, shall we? And let's hope we don't get a lobby restart either, otherwise you'll be hearing a very nervous and stressed Ginger Rage, which is not something you want to hear, is it? Good evening to you, Astro John. Great to have your company along for what is going to be a wild ride here tonight then. And Indigo, hi Sean, expect a Q1 knockout Hero to Zero in Baku for Indigo. But of course, this track does produce some incredible racing and also produce some incredible results as well. So I would, so even though Indigo may feel a bit downbeat in terms of what's occurring on the qualifying side. Races where the points go and where the points come in, and of course, so you can certainly go from hero to zero in qualifying, but back to hero after 26 laps around this fast circuit. And goodness gracious me, I was saying to Alex just before coming on the broadcast actually that on the race on Wednesday when I was doing 100%, I don't think I got full throttle in the final sector at all. I'm so intimidated by that final sector. So I keep thinking I'm going to understeer into the wall. Right, drives to the constructors then, and this is very interesting. It's very much a dead heat at the top then with Percy and Sam Swift leading the championship. Percy is leading, of course, on countback as he's got one more win in that Sam Swift Ninja mode. And by the way, Sam Swift Ninja has never retired from a Grand Prix so far in his career in ALR. Then can that continue? It's going to be a tough one here tonight, though, isn't it? As you can see, as the temporary pit building has been erected around the government buildings here tonight. Menace Max in third position, 106 points away from the championship leaders. And Amorto in fourth position, 73 points back then, with Troy in fifth position now. Six is Brabbit there. Of course, Brabbit, one of my most improved drivers of the season. I don't think that Brabbit cares too much about that, but it's a fantastic season nonetheless. Toy Coin, one of my more disappointed racers this season. I thought Toy Coin would be potentially challenging for the championship, but that's not been the case so far. Keza, eighth position, and of course, he was fifth last season. I was expecting Keza to potentially expand on his Grand Prix wins as well. Unfortunately, that's not been the case either this season. Kaz in 9th position, Equals in 10th as well. Cam has been an absolute revelation in the last couple of races for himself and the McLaren Mercedes team. Now up to 11th position. He's jumped from near the bottom of the standings up to 11th in the matter of the last 2 or 3 races. Indigo in 12th position, and Indigo only raced a few races in Mercedes this season, but it's already up to 12th there. Legends in 13th from 21 points. Boxtel Horror Show season in 5th and 40th position, but bear in mind he's only raced a couple. Chapper's on his 40th Grand Prix start on 12. Delando on 12 as well. 11 for Coop. Knowlesy on 4. 2 for Mr. Raging Bull, and 0 for Marky so far. But Marky has only just joined the Kick Sauber team. Constructors, it's just as close to the drivers. Williams are 1 point in front of the Aston Martin team in second at the moment now. So 298. Whoops, I haven't changed the standards, have I? Shocking stuff indeed. Let me quickly get on to that one. Much better then. Right, as you got Delando's after session now, which is not ideal. Williams leads the constructors by 1 point from Aston Martin in second. No worries about anyone out on circuit one. They're all on intermediate tyres. Ferrari in third position and 118 points away from the leader so far. Haas are in fourth position and 28 points away from the Ferrari team. They're potentially their supplier. Mercedes in fifth position on 126. 120 points for the RB team then, 86 points away from the Mercedes. Alpine then just 6 points away from the 100 mark in seventh. Kick Sauber in 8th position now. Started the constructors season so well, but it's just absolutely having a horror show in the last couple of races or so. Then McLaren, brilliant, haven't they? They've been absolutely fantastic. Now moved from literally near the 0 points right up to 36 in the matter of a couple of races. Been fantastic there, really has indeed. And the Red Bull team have now dropped down into 10th position, sadly for them. But to be fair to Red Bull, they've only had one driver that has been racing this season, so it's been a bit difficult for Legends, hasn't it? Basically, Legends has basically been driving that car all on his own, which of course technically you're meant to do as well, but I mean in terms of the constructors, in terms of constructors with the reserve drivers only are not eligible to score points this season. Ferrari lead the joint constructors 69 points. Nice. In front of the Alpine team in second position there. Mercedes are in third. Fourth is the Aston Martin. Fifth position is the Williams team. Then RB are now in sixth with the Haas team seventh, and Red Bull are about 153 points away from the Haas team. So so they're going to have an almighty end to the season. But unfortunately, all the Red Bull teams have been struggling as of late. Ninth is Kick Sauber. Then Kick Sauber also very much similar to McLaren this season. They've just not really got into the swing of things, have they? And McLaren on 78 points so far, still not got to the 100-point mark, but looks much more likely now than it did a few races ago. And that is me, done and dusted. Fantastic stuff indeed. I can now put my feet up and enjoy the show. Because I must admit, this circuit is very brutal, to say the very least indeed. Then I absolutely did not enjoy the race on Wednesday. I did. But I must say, I had a big old headache after that race because it was I needed so much brain capacity just to even get through the race as well. Ashton, then hello all. I got a PSGL driver F8 here. No, it's only reserve. I got a placement. Oh, fantastic stuff indeed there from Ashton. And of course, brilliant stuff indeed then for Ashton. And of course, very good stuff. Equals then hashtag ALR hashtag 1 land of the fire, of course, and of course it's the Windy City as well, I believe, isn't there? So no, it's not just the land of fire, it's also the Windy City as well. And I think, is it the only capital in the world which is below sea level? I'm sure it is, isn't it? Or am I just making this stuff up as I go along? Land of the fire, let's have a good one. On to a week's break. Of course, one to go on to a week break of a highlight. Reason why we're going into the week's break, by the way, is because, of course, we then the usual clash with the American races in Formula One. Of course, we go to Mexico. And we go to Austin, Texas as well. I think this is the next race, isn't it? It is this weekend. No, it's not next weekend. It might be next weekend, to be honest. So good stuff indeed then. God bless the week break as I can now go to the Preston versus Arsenal game. Oh, good stuff indeed. I think, is that the FA Cup? Well, no, then it's too early for the FA Cup. It's the Carling Cup, isn't it? It's not even the Carling Cup anymore. It's the Carabao Cup, isn't it? Here's Coop. Out of the final turn, then turn 16, and well, it's the final. It's not really the final turn at all because we got now 4 corners and a bit of a blast. And look at that then, and that's Lucas Percy then, championship leading teammate, and of course the Aston Martin team are fighting the constructors as well. So of course, I think that Percy would love to see Cooper get some points as well to help him in the quest for the constructors championship, and Coop would love to become a constructors champion as well. Look at that, lovely stuff indeed there, and that is beautiful teamwork indeed. Then Coop has gone fastest on a 38.9 so far. The only driver to set a reasonable time thus far, though, here tonight then. League Cup, thank you very much, Ashton. Yes, League Cup, of course. The FA Cup doesn't start until, well, it started for the minnow teams, doesn't it? But of course, the FA Cup does not properly start for the Premier League teams until January, I believe, isn't it? Which is a good stuff indeed. Also, England won tonight as well against Finland, albeit I missed the last 2 goals because I had to, nature calls, basically. And then, of course, I've been setting up the lobby ever since then. So, absolutely great stuff indeed, as I am now the hostess with the mostest, really, which is amazing stuff indeed, then. Of course, some big news coming out of Formula One this week. The Haas and Toyota have got a technical partnership now. Isn't that fantastic? We haven't seen Toyota in F1 since 2009, and of course, when of course it was all the financial crash and all that kind of stuff. So that is really cool indeed. I'm absolutely loving seeing Toyota potentially back on the grid. Then, of course, the only technical partnership at the moment. I may be thinking too far ahead in terms of what this may lead to. But it's great to see because I was one of those people that is very critical, very critical of the Haas team at the beginning of the season there. Whereas a team where they didn't really feel like they were going anywhere. And then, of course, also firing Gunther Steiner as well, which I thought was a mistake. And then, of course, hiring Umuno Komatsa to be the new team principal. I thought that was a mistake then, but my goodness me, how wrong was I? I'm so glad that I'm wrong as well, because we do want to see Haas to be a competitive team, and they certainly are. And with this partnership with, I was going to say Tesco's, with Toyota, goodness me, I'm always thinking about my belly, ain't I? And this partnership then with Toyota, that's fantastic. This is where they're going to be using some of their facilities and all that kind of jazz. And they've still got the partnership with Ferrari, until 2028, I believe. Of course, Haas has basically been a customer team to Ferrari and basically buying all their bits from either Dallara or Ferrari till the end of since the beginning of their tenure in Formula One. But having Toyota's name back on the grid, albeit as mainly more of a partnership with some rear wing logos, and it's still better than nothing. And potentially that might become a title spot for Toyota, and then potentially even a full-pledged partnership as well with maybe Haas Toyota. Wouldn't that be amazing stuff indeed? So I'm looking forward to that. It's great to see Toyota back on the grid, and I must say I used to be a big old fan of the Toyota liveries as well between 2002 to 2009 then. Of course, that's certainly my mixed bag as well then. Albeit there was that running joke where Toyota did spend a lot of money. I think they spent just the same amount of money, or probably even more money than what Ferrari did. And unfortunately, I think the best constructors position they got was it fourth in 2005? I think it was, something like that. They had a really good car in 2009, and of course they had 3 pole positions as well. No victories over the Toyota team. And also, they had a really good start to the season in 2009, I believe. And I thought that Lewis Riley, by the way, making their second appearance tonight, and once again in the Red Bull team then. It seems to be a permanent fixture of the Red Bull team at the moment. But coming down into turn 15, corner where I almost wiped out Sick as Muck. I'll explain that later, because luckily Alex didn't catch it on the stream, because if he did, I probably would have been banned by now. Probably out of turn at 16 then. But no, Toyota, of course, potentially should have won the Bahrain Grand Prix, but had a I remember that race very well, because I was very excited to see Toyota very much first and second on that grid, and for some reason they went soft, hard, soft. Then what's all the rest of the grid? Or I think it was I don't think they were called oh goodness me! Almost contact with the Red Bull there. Lewis Riley's time has not. Has he invalidated his time, sir? Potentially. I was waffling on about how great it was to have Toyota back in the chat in the Formula One world that I forgot to I may have missed the fact. Oh, Riley's time does come up now at 39.666. Goodness gracious me. That, of course, if you know about that number, then there we go. Toy Coin is going at second fast moment on a 39.0. That just shows how well the slipstream is working down this pit straight here. But Toyota then, of course, did a very unusual strategy, didn't they, in 2009 in Bahrain? And I think they probably could have and should have won. Potentially, they could have won the Indianapolis United States Grand Prix back in 2005. But of course, everyone remembers that race quite infamously, because of course that was the race where unfortunately we only had 6 cars start, which was a bit shameful indeed then. All sunny sessions, Sean, and fantastic stuff indeed. Of course, you would say that that's possibly of course, that goes without saying, but we have had rain around here before in ALR races. Quite a lot of rain, actually, as well, to be honest, in ALR races. There's a Haas in front of us, and of course, they are the talk of the town so far, aren't they? As of course, we're just coming out of the old town now here in Baku. But Haas are the talk of the town at the moment. They're just going on the way of Legends. As we mentioned, Legends has basically been the only driver in Red Bull for the majority of the season, which is why they are so low in the constructors in gold at the moment. But Legends doing a fantastic job, and I think that also, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast there, Brabbitt won the most improved drivers, as is Legend as well, and goes third faster on a 39.2 for Legends. Good stuff indeed. We got Delando, I was going to call him Lucas. Delando then just coming out of turn 15. Chappers starting his lap. Troy starting their lap as well, as is Menace. We're going to stick with Delando, the former bronze champion there, getting a bit squirrely on the old rear posterior, but he's on them, but he's going full throttle now to the end of the lap. But Kez has gone fast on a 38.663. Kez has in the Haas car, and as we're just watching Delando then just coming up to the line as well, someone just jumped up the order there. Of course, Nosey in 6th position down at Markey now in the 4th, and in the kick Sauber. Markey has not scored any points yet in the opening couple of races he has raced so far. The McLaren of Delando down in 7th position at this moment in time. Of course, Cam out of qualifying already. Sam Short Ninja there, as we mentioned there, of course, the joint championship leader along with Lucas Purchase, never DNF in the Grand Prix tonight. Here comes Lights, reserving tonight for that second Ferrari. Lights has been in the Ferrari of the kick Sauber in the last 4 races, but it's great to see Lights on the grid again. I think this is his 42nd Grand Prix start tonight. It was, I think I said, yes, it was his 50th Grand Prix start last week. It wasn't. It was someone else's 50th Grand Prix start, but I can't remember who that was, which is shameful. We got Troy then just coming out of the final couple of turns. And we got Chafford as well making their 40th Grand Prix start tonight. Then good stuff indeed. Then thank you very much for the likes. And of course, keep your likes coming in there. It helps the channel, helps the algorithm, and of course also give us a subscription as well. Is that what it's called? I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, I want to get to the 50 mark, which would be very nice indeed. Then I mean, how many have we got at the moment now? We got 630 then. 20 more at the end to the end of the season. Can we do it then? That is my little aim. I don't think anyone else has that aim, but I certainly do. Then here comes Indigo. Then, as he mentioned, then he'll be. He doesn't think he's going to get out of qualifying one. Unfortunately, Indigo isn't there. Indigo, I think, is going for another lap now. But Menace Max is currently fast, and Troy is second with Kez in third. Maybe the technical partnership of the Haas team ain't meant to come into the United States Grand Prix, as Immortal's gone faster or fastest, and on a 38.3. The technical partnership of the Haas meant to come into a United States Grand Prix, of course, which is actually next weekend. Or is it this weekend? It's next weekend, isn't it? But it's really helping them in this Grand Prix here tonight. A good 17. Sam Swift Ninja went fifth fast, and bearing in mind as well, Sam Swift there did not use too much ERS deployment up into that final sector there. So that is very interesting indeed. Then Lucas Percy on a lap. Then Indigo's just coming into the old town as well. Just watching lights then into turn 15. Then of course now dropping down the hill. Of course this is where I almost absolutely destroyed Sick as Muck on Wednesday, as unfortunately I can't do two things at once. I was trying to sort out my ERS deployment as I was trying to be a clever clogs, but let's be honest, I am anything but. But I was trying to throw it back in the high, and sadly, because I was fapping about so much with the MD stuff, is it MD or something like that, or whatever? Basically, because I was trying to faff around the deployment, as Lights goes into 12 fastest in that second Ferrari, his teammate Mendes Max is currently leading the charge so far. Unfortunately, as Kez has retired from the session now, but Kez is safe and sound in the garage. We keep an eye out for retirements in this one because the walls are quite close there. On board with Indigo, then, who straggled that curb there and possibly didn't get all four wheels on the tarmac. Gosh, that sounds like a rally driver there. Didn't get all four wheels on the track there, and because of that, I think he's going to lose a bit of time there. Indigo is there. Indigo, as he mentioned, then he's struggling at the moment for pace to get out of quali one there. Indigo just going over that white line there. I don't think there's a rule about that in real world. In the ALR, but of course in real world Formula 1 he might have got penalised for that. Same with Lucas Percy as well, but Lucas Percy had a great slingshot there, and there's a 0.2 of second improvement on Immortal at the moment now, and it's currently fast in qualifying one. There are 3 qualifying sessions in gold, Q1, 2 and 3. This is just to get out of qualifying one, of course. Then so at the moment in the bottom 5 is Delando, is Knowlesy, is Mr. Rage, Cam out of qualifying, and Equals down in 20th position there. But looking as he starts his lap now as he goes into turn 1 there. Turn 1, 2 and 3 there is very much similar to a Formula E track, really, isn't it? 90 degrees left, 90 degrees left again, and then 90 degrees left, and then 90 degrees right. Basically a very long Formula E circuit in hindsight, isn't it? Hello, Sean. Hello, all drivers, and good luck, Gold Camera Racer. Thank you very much for the €10 Appreciate that as well, then. And of course, that will be paying for my new slippers, and as winter is coming, folks. And also as well, Nosey put £5 in as well, which is great. 17, thank you very much, Nosey. And that is going to go on my chocolate buttons then for this week then. So hopefully I should be able to get about 5 packs for that, shouldn't I? Great stuff indeed then. I remember back in the good old days as oh no, and Equals right into the barrier, and that is it. That's the problem for Equals there. Unfortunately, leaving it far too late in the session, because Equals left it far too late in the session. That means that he ain't going to be able to come in, throw on a new wing, throw on a new set of tyres. Equals is out of qualifying. It was a calculated risk, but it was a risk nonetheless. And Equals, I feel, is going to be out of qualifying here. Lights is out of qualifying as well. As we've got an Aston Martin there, which is struggling. It's Percy just come back into the pits there. Equals, I think, is absolutely furious, isn't he, there, as he's just crawling back into the garage now. Mr. Rage there has only improved to 16 fast, and that could be Mr. Rage exiting qualifying as well here. Into the pits now comes Equals. Equals out of qualifying, sadly, then. A lot of frustration there for Equals. Delando is 0.2 of second up in the first sector time, then locking up 2 tyres there, trying to get the car slowed down here. Goodness gracious me. Like said, my qualifying has been appalling this season. I don't think I've made a Q3 yet then. I don't think you have either, to be honest, like said. Shamefully, I don't keep stats for qualifying because... mainly because I'm lazy. Just going down into turn 15 as well. That accelerates away then for Delando, as we mentioned, the former bronze champion back in season 3, I think it was, where Delando was champion for bronze there. He's always been ever consistent, Delando has, hasn't he, where he's been in bronze or silver. First proper season in gold there for Delando, and I must say, very similar to Brabbit in his first gold season. Hasn't got much to write home about, but I feel that he might be doing just getting the building blocks in place for next season then, where Delando could really build upon. Checker flag has fallen now in the breeze here in the land of fire, or the city of wind, which I probably should come from this city as well, because about the amount of hot air that's coming out of me. Knowlesy very committed there into that pesky turn 8 castle section. Great time there for Delando. 14 fast moment is out qualified by 200 a second. Lights then, which is now in the precariously in the danger zone. Lewis Riley is out on circuit as well in the Red Bull. Mr. Rage, I think, is crawling back to the pits. He is there. Mr. Rage out of qualifying. Quaz out of qualifying as well there. So Lewis Riley and Knowles are the last two. I think that it is going to try and set a time there. Riley is very close to the back of Knowles then, so Riley will be about 4 seconds away. 4 seconds after Knowles then to determine whether they're through or out of qualifying. Equals there with a praying emoji there, as unfortunately Equals there needs to be doing a lot of that, I feel, to get a good result tonight. But having said that, as already mentioned now, I feel that this is going to be a brutal race indeed there, and it's going to be all about the survival of the fittest head. Knowlesy is through into qualifying too. Great innings there for Knowlesy. That means that Lights is out of qualifying, along with Riley in his second appearance in the Red Bull. And then we've also got rid of Mr. Rage has also gone as well, because Mr. Rage is on the lap, but I think he's out of qualifying. Cam out of qualifying as well, sadly, as is Equals. So those are our five slowest drives. This is shocking. Lights, a former Grand Prix winner, a former pole setter, struggling here tonight in Baku. But Baku is a very unique circuit, isn't it? Is it the fastest street circuit in the world? It's the second longest circuit on the calendar now, I believe, just behind Spa. But I think that it's not the fastest street circuit anymore, because I think that title's gone to Saudi Arabia in the Jeddah Corniche circuit there. But it's still you still need very much a big old cojones, I think, now to get yourself through this circuit. And certainly that's something I very much lack, I must say. I was very intimidated by this place on a Wednesday night, of course. And maybe potentially I'm going to have to. I'm trying to appeal to be next in the car next season, but I don't think I'll be allowed to at the moment. And it's unfortunately I haven't shown myself to be very good in 100%. Out of qualifying is Equels and Cam, both not set times, but Equels went into the wall. Mr. Rage and Ball out of qualifying, down in 18th position now. Riley in at 17th position. And Lights, as we just heard from him, shock him, down in 16th position now. The gaps are a little higher than normal, but that is because it is a longer street circuit. Indigo is probably going to be overjoyed at that, because Indigo was not expecting to get out of qualifying 1. He's comfortably out of qualifying 1 and in the heart of potentially getting into the mix of qualifying 3. So they're good stuff indeed there from Lights. No, sorry, Indigo. Oh, my word. Right, let's go into qualifying 2, shall we then? And this is going to get very interesting indeed then, because I think this is probably the most competitive session of all qualifying sessions, I would hazard a guess, because really this is very much about who can nail the lap. And sometimes you just get caught out, don't you, by some drivers, either by drivers getting into the mix of traffic or making a mistake on their lap. That is what drivers would probably want to avoid then, as the Haas team are coming out of the garage now then. And there they go. And I think it is Keza. It is Keza then. Keza, almost into the Armco there. Keza then normally is the first driver out on circuit. Keza is then, and now just coming down the back straight. 2 DR zones around this circuit, on this back straight, and of course down the start finish straight as well. I can cross I can cross that Raging Bull and lights off getting knocked out OQ and off my bingo card then. Says Liam, yeah. Of course, I do love a good old Formula One bingo card. What else can we add on our bingo card tonight then? Who's going to get on pole position then? Do we think that Toy Coin can get on pole position tonight? That's going to be interesting. Who's going to be knocked out in Q2 as well then? Right, anyway then, we're just coming to the castle section as well. We potentially might even have a I am stupid moment for as similar to what Charles Leclerc had back in 2019. But let's hope we don't then. Of course, a lot of drivers out on circuit as well. Hey up, Ginger! Good evening to you, Serious Russia. I was just having a quick old chin wag about my adventures and trials of Wednesday's race around here, which I gotta say, I hope it's not on the calendar for next season, if I'm allowed in the grid next season. As some of the things that I've admitted to tonight, I think I might be on the outside looking in next season after almost destroying Sick as Muck and punched him into the Black Sea when I was trying to change my ERS down in turn 15 and 16. That would have been ideal. And also, as well, I got very cozy with Sick as Muck into turn 1 as well, as I thought I was a pretty nifty racing driver. Decided to go on the outside down here. Unfortunately, spun out the rear tires, almost crashed into the wall, but instead I I went to the side pod of Sick as Muck. Good job that damage is not on realistic, or good job the damage is not as realistic on here, because Sick as Muck's side pod would have resembled that of what Jensen Button's side pod looked like in the 2010 Belgian Grand Prix, if anyone remembers that. As Sebastian Vettel did something very similar to what I did. Only difference is that it was a wet track, with Vettel on slick tyres there. So on Wednesday it was a completely dry track, unless of course there was a lot of sweat coming out the back of my car as I was concentrating profusely there. Sam Swift saying the championship is over in the Discord despite a podium, says Liam. Yeah, so that's also on the bingo card as well. Sam Swift, by the way, has never retired from a Grand Prix. I've said that twice or three times now, but it's an astounding stat, and I love that kind of stat. Then here comes Kez then flicking past me now, almost knocking off my moustache there into turn 15. Sam Swift is always dramatically, saying you can teach them what walls to hit as well, Sean. Indeed, as I must admit, I was wall riding on one of my laps, and I must admit I was very disgruntled as well after qualifying on Wednesday, as that was the best lap I've ever done around here, and I think it was only 15th. There we go. And even with the chaos of Baku, unfortunately, I only finished 11th. I think I finished 12th, actually, because of the 10-second penalties were rescinded for a few drivers. Then. Here comes Keza coming up to the line now. Of course, as I mentioned, Haas are on an all-time high. 38.7 there for Keza. Good stuff indeed. Reason why Haas are on an all-time high, of course, because of the technical partnership which they've announced with Toyota, which I am loving that. I am absolutely over the moon to see Toyota back, and I think that having more manufacturers in Formula 1 is good indeed then, albeit we're technically losing one, aren't we, with the form of the Renault team, sadly, which is quite a shame, really, because especially as there's some rumours coming out of the Renault engine factory. I can't remember where it is now. Was it like in I can't remember. It's somewhere in France, isn't it? Obviously. Who's that in the wall? And that's one of the Mercedes, and that's Indigo in the wall. And I wonder if he got distracted by that McLaren there. But Indigo, unfortunately, damaging the end plate there. But luckily for Indigo, there is 10 minutes to go in this qualifying session. So Indigo is just recovering now, but damage to the car, and he's going to have to come back into the garage. Menace Max goes fast, and 2 seconds in front of the championship leader, Percy. Then Sam Swift Ninja, 3 tenths second away from his championship rival. Sam Swift in the Williams machine. And of course, not only is the Drivers' Championship very close, also the Constructors' Championship is very much very close indeed. Then, unfortunately. Does that mean I've lost my 4th bet? Says Serious Mushroom. I believe you have, Mushroom. I must admit, I haven't got the results in front. I actually do have the results in front of me. Troyer goes third fastest there. Indigo damaged the car, so just crawling back into the garage. And whilst we got Legends there flicking past me, where's the 100% then? Let me have a look. Serious Mushroom. Yeah, you've got down to 5th now, unfortunately, Mushroom. Sad times. So we've also got Indigo as well from Serious Mushroom there. So I hope Mushroom wrote that before Indigo went to the wall there. Otherwise, that is brutal banter indeed. As now we're coming up to the line as well. for Legends. As I mentioned, Legends Red Bull are struggling in the constructors this season, mainly because Legends is the only driver in Red Bull at the moment now, unfortunately for Legends there. But in terms of Legends, whoa, it's Toy Coin now, corrected the car and somehow still making it through turn one. Absolutely fantastic indeed there for Toy Coin. And it almost into the wall in turn two. He may have had a glancing blow. Is it more than a glance? I think that's end plate damage, isn't it, on the Toy Coin? Potentially. Unfortunately, this camera angle, I cannot see. I think he has got damage, hasn't he? Unfortunately for Toy Coin now. So it was more than a glance. No, he hasn't there. I'm just talking absolute porkies there. Too much drama on Corsa tonight there. Toy Coin is all fine and dandy. I must say, though, somehow thrown it into turn one still, albeit having major issues there going into turn one with he's correcting the car whilst turning into turn one. It's absolutely fantastic there for Toy Coin, one of the better drivers in terms of qualifying, and just shows why Toy Coin is possibly one of the best drivers in the ALR Gold today. However, this is not probably one of the more vintages of laps there for Toy Coin now, as he looks a bit scrappy here, and that's unusual for Toy Coin because he's quite clean and precise then, but he's certainly not the one. I think he might be a bit agitated, but it's something that has occurred there for Toy Coin. As we mentioned in the build-up to the show tonight, excuse me, Toy Coin, and I've been disappointed by Toy Coin's performance this season. Potentially, though, he has been involved in issues. There's been certainly circumstances which has not helped Toy Coin, but I was expecting Toy Coin to be up there with the likes of Percy and Sam Swift. Toy Coin across the line, even if it's a scruffy lap and there's still 7 fastest there, is incredible, isn't there, for Toy Coin? So when he gets a clean lap in, see if Toy Coin can get up the order a bit further. And of course, remember, I was just watching the two Alpines there. Here comes Knowlesy, 14.5 in the second sector. Look at how much Urs deployment they had. That's probably where I went wrong in qualifying, to be honest, because I think I only had about 50% at this stage. Look, Knowlesy's still got a whole 10% more than me. Goodness gracious me. But Toy Coin now, scrappy lap, but still in second position there. Here comes the two Alpines now of Knowlesy, and then we're going to have Brabbit just behind us as well. Brabbit, I think, is too far back to get a slipstream off his teammate here. Knowlesy across line is one of his more favourite tracks for Knowlesy. 10th at the moment there, not too comfortable there for Knowlesy, unfortunately. Brabbit across the line, that's 9th position there, not comfortable either, unfortunately, there for Brabbit there. Very close indeed. Menace is happy with his performance, who's fast at the moment there, 2 seconds in front of the rest of the field. That's of course, Knowlesy likes to get out to 10-second penalty for being too close to Gordo. So Gordo should get a penalty there that says serious mushroom then. Contentious then. Contentious then from the 100% championship there. Hashtag give me my fourth back. To be honest, hashtag give me my win back, I reckon. I could have won that race on Wednesday. But sadly, I was slow, rubbish, and I was cramping my thumb. We've also got Caden saying, come on, Chappers. Chappers making this 40th Grand Prix start tonight in gold. Happy 40th to Chappers. Lovely stuff indeed there. Keza out on the lap here, and I think this might be new soft tyres for Keza. Has Menace made a mistake here by parking it in the garage too early? Malta out of qualifying as well, unbeknownst to me. Whoa! Keza going through here. So much commitment. I love it. By the way, thank you for joining us tonight. Then very cool stuff indeed. Then it's really good to see. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, then subscribe to the channel. You want 20 more subs to get to the magical 650 or something like that, which would be great stuff indeed. Also give it the thumbs up as well, which is cracking, which is lovely jubbly indeed. Out of turn 15 into turn 16 now. 3/10 up, Kesler's Mona. That will pull him in the heart of the second row of the grid here, between Mark Hughes in a superb 4th position. And unbeknownst to me, whilst I've been waffling on about Toyota and Haas, I'm very excited by that, by the way, as you can probably hear. I am absolutely loving that partnership. Really cool stuff indeed then. I love to see Toyota back. Is also another manufacturer I love to see in F1 is General Motors as well. Kesler goes 4 fastest, as we mentioned earlier on then. The other motor I'd like to see in Formula 1 is General Motors, but of course, unfortunately, there's no room in the garages there for Haas, not for Haas, for Andretti, and all that partnership then, and all the wonderful stuff that comes with it as well. Albeit in Baku here, we've got, I think, about 3 or 4 empty garages at the end of the pit lane, as you'll see as we get ready for Q3. But of course, as you already mentioned, I'm still a bit sore about the Andretti stuff. I'm not sore about a lot of things. Oh, I am actually. I'm quite sore about everything, to be honest. I'm just a salty OG so and so. But I'm certainly am salty about that. To be fair, not to of course, the other thing I'm a bit bewildered by is how much controversy the swearing has really caused in Formula One. Don't get me wrong. I understand. Of course, the FIA probably want to clamp down on swearing and stuff, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's very difficult, like, to restrain yourself. As I have found out this season, I must say that the amount of profanity that comes out. Oh my goodness me, Delando flying through turn 8. Goodness gracious me! I clenched my rear now because I thought Delando was going into the barrier, but Delando is so committed. Incredible stuff indeed. There, love to see that. I think we should just put a camera down at turn 8 there, and all of us is just going to get so excited to see these F1 cars go through there. Every lap is superb, isn't it? Delando second sector coming up now then, and that's 7/10 of a second quicker. That'll be easily, though, that'll be on the cusp of 12 or 11 position there. So Delando needs a good final sector here. Just flicking past us now. Yeah, the swearing in Formula 1 as well. I think the FIA should probably, I've heard it from someone else say it as well, actually, and the FIA should probably just had a quiet word with the drivers and made a big old song and dance about it, personally. Yeah, in conferences and things like that, that's fine. And it's Delando goes 9 fastest there. Good stuff indeed for Delando. 3 minutes to go. That might be his last run though. Indigo has invalidated their time, so Indigo's going to have another bite of the cherry. Cooper as in Super's out with 3 minutes to go as well. Keza in the second half and is very happy to go through. Percy now just sitting in second position there. Percy is waiting to see what the track does. But this long old lap there, we're nearing, we're on 1 minute 40 odd laps here, aren't we? 1 minute 40 odd times here though. So you really have to come out of the garage fairly soon then if you want to finish off your lap there. Andretti might have another way in, it says on YouTube. Oh, interesting. I wonder what that's going to be. Does that mean like they're going to pay to take over Alpine or even the RB team potentially? Yeah, that's another thing that occurs to me. Red Bull got 2 teams then. To be fair though, when Formula One asked Red Bull to buy the minority team, so really can't. Oh, and Indigo, same problem. However, this time it was just a glance and blow there from Indigo. But unfortunately for Indigo, that's not an ideal start at all to their lap then for Indigo. And also, it looks like jumping around a bit, or is that me? Possibly my unstable lobby then, as I am now the king of tonight's lobby, which is fantastic indeed. Then I love being the king. Really good stuff indeed. It's a shame Farfetch in here because I'll kick him. Just watching Indigo now coming out of turn at 4 then. Who gives a about swearing, says Serious Pressure. To be honest, on the radios, I don't mind it at all. I think it's quite funny, to be honest. I think the only time they probably just need to tone it down is in the press conferences. Indigo there, unfortunately, wall ride in turn 7, and my word, there almost another glance of blow. Indigo is absolutely going for it on this lap. And my goodness gracious me. Yeah, I think it's the Alpine takeover. Alex will be calling them the kick Andretti. Well, hopefully we won't have any kick of the grid after. Oh, is Indigo another glance and blow here? Delando out in 9th position. They're not out qualified just yet. Of course, the other Mercedes already out qualified. This has been an adventure for Indigo on this lap. Unfortunately, there for Indigo, I feel that this has been a bit too wild then to get himself into qualifying 3. However, I have been wrong before a lot of times, to be honest. It's not like I've been doing this for 5 years plus now. You would actually think I know what I'm talking about, but let's be honest, I don't think I ever know what I'm talking about. Indigo across the line going 14th fast there. Only a whisker behind Coop as in Soup there, but unfortunately for Indigo, I think that lap was a bit too wild there, and unfortunately a bit too unstable. Chappers there just starting that lap, and I'm going to see what Coop as in Soup is doing then, who's just got about 40% left in terms of energy deployment. And here he comes now then. Yes, but to be honest, Andre, because with Alpine basically shutting their engine division, they're going to be powered by Mercedes in 2025. It's deja vu. The more things change, the more they stay the same, because the Alpine team, which was then the Renault, which was then the Lotus team, as Coupe goes into 7 fastest there, with a great Sabilito in there from his teammate Percy. That's great teamwork there from the Aston Martin, the British Racing Green team. Lovely stuff indeed. And that could have towed Coupe right into the thick of things. in qualifying. Knowlesy coming through as well now, but I don't think Knowlesy's had the same courtesy extended to him from teammate Brabbit then, but Knowlesy goes 10 fast, he doesn't need it. Great time there for Knowlesy. Markey, who is 5th fast, about a 2/10 second up there for Markey. Markey is doing a great job indeed there. On board now with Markey then, of course, lovely Max Verstappen-esque helmet here across the line. Markey goes 2nd fastest there for the kick salver. Remember, Markey used to be an absolute revelation in qualifying, and he is again tonight. Really good stuff indeed. Brabbit. I'm looking at the wrong car though. I need to be looking at another car. Which car am I meant to be looking at? It's Sam Swift Ninja found 300,000 of a second but it was on the medium tyre here, Sam Swift is. So Sam Swift is just trying to get his eye in there. He's not improved there in the final sector though. As we got Coop there just finishes up there, but it's just behind teammate. Legends there across the line in 8th fastest, and here comes Toy Coin, 8/10 of a second improvement. That is enough for fastest here in qualifying 2, and that's going to really throw the gauntlet down into qualifying 3. Bravin's got to 5th fastest, Chapper's out of qualifying, Toy Coin is fastest there. That's the end of qualifying 2. Out of qualifying is Chappers. No, and I don't know the rest, unfortunately. Armco, so Serious Mushroom. Of course, well, I don't think we have any arm codes anymore, do we, actually? There's more of Tech Pro barriers and stuff like that. And tyres, I don't think we have an old school arm code around here anymore. Coop is flying, says Equals. He really is indeed that. And Coop into qualifying 3. Brilliant job there from the Aston Martin team. That is teamwork at the best. And teamwork makes the dream work. Chappers, Equals saying, unfortunately, out of qualifying. And Chappers has been so good in qualifying this season. He'd be disappointed that. Morse out of qualifying. Indigo down in 14th position there. Delando in 13th. Knowlesy in 12th. Chappers in 11th position there. Through in the qualifying 3 is those top 10 there, and Cooper is the star of qualifying at the moment. Brilliant job indeed. Geez, that's fast. It certainly is indeed, isn't it? As we're on into qualifying 3. But yes, if Andrew does buy Alpine, that'd be good as well. Because I do feel that Alpine does I wouldn't say don't care. I think they do care, but I also feel like that. Alpine as a sports car, I think it's more of a sports car rather than like an F1 entry for me, and I just feel like it's more of a very expensive marketing campaign thing, which I'm sure it's another quote I've heard off YouTube as well, and I do agree with that as well. I do agree with that. So. It'd be good to have a team in there. But of course, Michael Andretti has stepped down, hasn't he? Or not stepped down, but he's moved to a side from day-to-day operations, hasn't he, within the team and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on there, to be honest, but that's interesting. I wonder if that might be because of Michael Andretti, the way he's gone about entering an F1 team possibly isn't the best way of doing things, is it? To be honest, I think he was in the Miami paddock there, going around getting signatures and stuff like that to enter an F1 team and all that kind of jazz, which probably wasn't the best way to do it. Pole time is going to be naughty, says Equaz. Worst track, so I'll take 11th there, says Chappers. Chapper, but Chappers does have a very good opportunity there of getting some points here in this race later on. Then. And I agree with you, Chappers. This is the worst track. It's my worst track as well. But having said that, I think this is my worst track, very close to my 23 other worst tracks on the game as well. As Brabbit, who is the first driver around, then you can see he's just doing some warm up of his tyres, and of course all what he's doing now looks like a bit of fun, doesn't it? Really, just weaving the car back and forth. But all of this is prescribed. All of this is Brabbit's preparation, and it has to be this is prescribed at weaving. He is not just weaving backwards and forwards just to have a bit of fun. This is to get those tyres up to a reasonable temperature, so that he's got some grip going into turn 17, 18, 19 and 20 before big break and out into turn 1. Legends through as well to qualifying 3. Hats off to Legends. I love that. Really good stuff indeed there. Out to turn 16, and now coming up to the line as well then for Brabham to start us up then here in the Alpine Renault team. And I've got an itch underneath my headset. Hang on a minute. That's better. I might need to cut my hair, actually. I look like a bit of a bum. Coming across the line now, there's Brabbit there. The starters up, of course, the finish line is different to the start line. I don't know why I say that all the time, because I know everyone knows about that, but for some reason it really entices me or intrigues me. Very interesting stuff indeed. Brabbit into turn 2. I'm sure that no one else cares, but I certainly do. Brabbit out of turn 2, then, of course, as we're here in Azerbaijan. This is round 17 out of 24. Longest season in Formula 1 ALR history, I believe. Of course, there are a lot of the admin said, of course, the stewards was chatting about this next season we ain't gonna have 20 Grand Prix, I don't think, but maybe even in future seasons as well, potentially we won't be able to get 20 races on a season, and mainly because the game coming out, the game might come out earlier, but even so, we do have to think about the break weeks with, of course, with us not clashing with the American races like Las Vegas, like of course Austin, like Mexico as well, and even Brazil gets a bit tight as well, especially if there's a sprinkling of rain into Lagos there, of course. So that's why we've got to keep an eye on the calendar expanded. To be honest, I think 24 races in the Formula 1 season is too long anyway, personally. I think they probably 20 races. I think were perfect, to be fair. And I must say it. I think that probably 21, 22, but I think anything over that is too long, personally. That means that we might have to rotate some races around. I would say probably rotate Las Vegas and Miami would be one of them, but obviously I might get booed out of the building for that, especially for any of the American viewers that we have out here at the moment. Indigo, I'm so slow, man. I don't know what's going on. Indigo getting very frustrated with his Mercedes car. Indigo, of course, had a bit of an adventurous lap in qualifying too. Unfortunately, didn't make through into qualifying free, down in 14th position there for Indigo, but I was surmised that Indigo might have been a bit happier with the performance, because he did get through into qualifying too. Kez has gone faster by a 10th per second, but then Menace Max comes across and finds a 10th more, and is now faster as well. This is the battle for pole position there. When I say a 10th more, goodness me, look at how far in front Menace Max, he's on a 37.6, goodness gracious me, I was only reading the last 3 digits there, to the 10th, the 100th, and the 1000th, but that is absolutely astonishing for Menace Max, who is actually Menace, not Menace Max there. I'm Back to the Future again. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. And Troy there being very cheeky and used a bit of substitution there for the championship leader, joint championship leader with Percy, and Troy is going to be second faster than that as well. That is good stuff indeed there for Troy, the wily old veteran. And look, as Percy, I thought Percy was going to go for a lap there, but he's not interested. So Percy does go for a lap then. Bravin's got 7th fastest. Percy was on a lap, actually. Markey doing a great job out there. Markey in 4th position. Tory Corners in the 38.2. That just shows how special Menace Max's lap is. We don't usually have a pole position gap this big in gold before. That's absolutely astonishing there from Menace. What an incredible lap there. My word, I think I undersold it, didn't I, when I first in it, because I thought it was only a 10th of a second difference. That's incredible stuff there for Menace. So currently pole position then for Menace, and that'll be Menace's 3rd pole position, I believe it. No, how dare I? It'll be his 5th pole position for Menace this season there. Menace is starting to become a really good qualifier. Really good 17. Of course, got a Grand Prix win as well, Menace. I said, hello, good evening to you, Big Al. Great to have you in the comments there. Welcome. Of course, anyone who wants to chime in there with their opinions on the Toyota and Haas partnership, all I can think about is this good news then, and hopefully it leads to maybe more than the partnership going forward, and maybe bringing Toyota back into F1, maybe not their own power unit, but certainly with a bit more Toyota branded on the Haas car, which they've always got the Toyota brand on the Haas car anyway, there's a bit of black then. Of course, I would love for them to bring back the red and white, but maybe, I think that's maybe past years then. But yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what your thoughts are about that as well. And I also read before I came on air as well, so they're just about to finish this lap, Mick Schumacher is become the favourite for that Audi second seat. Maybe I know that he didn't do so well in the Haas team, and he did get outperformed by Kevin Magnussen, but I must admit I'm a little more excited to see Mick Schumacher back in F1. But I do think that that's because I'm old and it's kind of like got the nostalgia. I can't say it, but I do think it's exciting to have the Schumacher name on the grid, but potentially probably have one more team on the grid. But hey, shame we can't find any teams that win to get into F1. BMW is coming back as well, are they? Are you pulling one leg, Mushroom? I haven't heard that. That's fantastic. If BMW are coming back, then that is basically my Christmas has come all at once. I'd love to see BMW back as well. That BMW Sauber team, of course, in 2008, remember, was in the championship with Robert Kubica after Kubica won his one and only Grand Prix in 2008. Then, but then there was more of a tick box exercise, wasn't it? The BMW Sauber were doing between 2006 and 9, as they were just they had targets, and once they matched those targets, then they moved on to the next car, and then the next car, and the next car. And in 2008, they had a genuine chance of winning the championship, especially if you look at that remainder of that season, the amount of shenanigans that went on there, especially with Singapore and that crash gate. Then what could have been if BMW continued on the development there? Maybe Robert Kubica could have won that championship instead of Lewis Hamilton. Well, and of course, with Felipe Massa also in legal proceedings as well about that season. That season always comes back, doesn't it? Interesting stuff indeed. Then I did my first time trial yesterday after 2 years. OMG, I was all atrocious there. Nostalgia. Thank you very much, Mushroom. What advice would you give me to get into qualifying free, Sean? To be honest, Indigo, I'm the worst person to ask, because if on Wednesday, when I tried to do 100% around here, I got into 50th position. I think it became 14th in the end because someone had a 5-place grid penalty, and then I just kind of went backwards, to be fair, and all I did, Indigo, was wall ride, so... Yes, and I also almost crashed coming out of the pit lane, and I almost took out Snickers Mike twice, as well as I'm sure I actually took. I was very dangerous on Wednesday, and I think my application for next season 100% may have been lost in the post. Then Brabham is coming through into turn 1. By the way, we do not take applications to get into ALR. That is a link in the description, and of course on our website as well. So that is how you get into ALR. That is probably why I'm not allowed into next season, because I'm still using the Royal Mail. Robert P1, Highfile P2, Coulthard P3. That's the Canadian Grand Prix 2008 then. Indeed. And what a great race it was indeed. I think that Coulthard almost missed that podium, didn't he? Because there was a scrutineering check on his Red Bull. What a race that was there in 2008. Of course, that was also the race where Lewis Hamilton decided to crash at the back of Kimi Raikkonen because the red light was on. How lucky was that? Because there was Kubica and Raikkonen queuing at the end of the pit lane, and Hamilton could have crashed into either one of them. He went into the back of Raikkonen. Maybe I think that would be a bit of he probably went to the Ferrari. If he's going to crash anyone, he would have chosen Ferrari, wouldn't he? That was their main title rival at the time. I think Rosberg, ironically, went to the back of Hamilton as well when Rosberg was joining the Williams team there. I'm good at riding something else, says Indigo. Goodness gracious me. Well, the only thing I'm good at riding, or driving, is driving people up the wall, to be honest, there, with my appalling humour and all that kind of stuff. No, honestly, BMW said they don't get too hyped about the Toyota announcement coming soon. Oh, you know what? If I do see a BMW come back, then that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? I was going to say something I probably shouldn't say on stream, so let's just leave it there. But let's just say I'll get very excited indeed. Brabham across the line. This is a very exciting time for Brabham. He's on row 3 here. Brabham is looking good in the Alpine, but with a minute and a half to go, has he come out too early? Well, I certainly am too. I arrived too early at my destination a lot of the time as well. Keza coming out of turn 1 and out at turn 2 now for Keza. Keza driving a superb qualifying so far. Down in 7th though, Keza is. I think Keza be over the moon for top 5. Will he be over the moon? No, I think he'd be disappointed if he isn't in the top 5, but I think that Keza possibly has a realistic chance to be on the front 2 rows in this Grand Prix, and but let's see what Keza can do going into the chicane now, taking a lot of curbage there though for Keza. I thought he was going to be catapulted into the wall then. Keza's 4,300 seconds down. I think that was too much curb, wasn't it? And he's taking a lot of curb again as Keza there. It's just in front of us it's getting very dull overhead, isn't it? We are not expecting any rain here in qualified or the Grand Prix itself coming up in just a whiskers time. Wow, it's incredible. I love it. In just a whiskers time, then of course 26 laps around this Grand Prix. This is going to be an action-packed race there as well. Remember, we had a lot of safety cars on Wednesday. Even with safety cars, I did not get into the points, unfortunately, but I do blame the 10 drivers in front of me for being better. On board with Keza then coming down the hill and into turn 16 was his time. 0.3 of a second up. That's beautiful. So that is currently. Oops, I've knocked my mic. That is currently in the ballpark of Markey. And maybe let's see. He's got a lot of verse deployment as well. Look at how much deployment he's got. Maybe we get a cheeky slipstream there for the Alpine, which is Brabham just in front of us here. DRS is coming up and looking up for 100 meters. Look at that. Now he's got DRS. The wing is wide open. Brabham in the pits. And Keza across the line. Keza goes Fourth fastest there for Keza. That's a decent-ish time there. As Cooper goes 8th fastest, and Cooper improves by 6/10 of a second. That's a great time for Cooper. Remember, he had a lovely bit of slipstream as well. It might have been the last run, actually, in Q2. Now, Marky going 3rd fastest. Brilliant something. What about the Ferrari? What about Menace Max, who is the only driver into a 37, and he's well in the 37s as well for Menace. Menace is absolutely in a different time zone to everyone else. In pole position now at 37.5. He's lowered the bar even more. If it's anything like Limbo, you're going to have to break your backs to get lower than that. Troy, 3/10 of a second up. This is good. This is good for the front row for Troy. I don't think it's enough for pole position. I think Menace has locked that down since the first run. Incredible stuff there. It is 3rd fastest there for Troy. Not too bad at all. What about the championship leader of Lucas Percy across the line? Percy goes 2nd fast. That's important there. What about Samson? Samson's invalidated. It's down in 7th position. Oh no! Samson has made an error. And Legends across the line. What can Legends do on his one and only lap? Goes 10th fastest. Toy Coin then is he's coming into the pits, and Menace is on pole position there by 3/10 of a second. Percy is the only other driver getting to the 37s tonight. Menace, 5 pole positions of his career in ALR, and that's his 2nd pole position in a row. What a performance for Menace. I'm just going to take a look to see what last season's pole position time was, because that was absolutely redonkulous. That was from Menace. Of course, we wasn't here last season, was it? Season before it was Lucas Persh on a 39. Season before that was a 38. The season before that was a 37.4. Then, so that was only a 10% slower than season 7's Formula 1 cars, and we was on the 2021 game for season 7. So that is absolutely redonkulous there from Menace Max. Brilliant stuff indeed. And it is pole position number 5 for the Ferrari team of Menace Max. Absolutely legendary stuff indeed. Wow. Well, that's certainly blown him out of the water. But remember, race and qualifying are 2 different things there. Not to dampen Menace's Max spirits there, but 2/10 of a second, that's night and day in golf. That's incredible. What a time indeed there for Menace. I think they're talking about an engine supplier. I will try and find out. I seen it about 5 days ago then. Serious Mushroom. To be honest, an engine supply is still, I think it's just as good. It's just as good rather than the team as well, because that's really good. That is, I'd love to see BMW back in there. 37, what is Menace smoking? And 39 last time around here said that Serious Mushroom there, really good memory there, if you remember that. I have to use a spreadsheet there to remember any of the pole position times. Equal said fire as well. Of course, thank you very much for joining the stream tonight. Of course, give the stream a like and all that kind of jazz. And of course, it also helps me as well. I potentially should probably show the adverts now, but I've been waffling on too long and I think I'm a little behind. However, of course, if you want to get any cool stuff for the winter, go to ALR, go to the ALR shop, and I'm actually going to ask the shop master if he could add a Gillette on there, or it's called a Gillette, isn't it? I was wondering if Aussie Farfin Smithy would add a Gillette on there for me, because I love a good old Gillette, mainly because I like to show my arms. I look like a tough man, which really I am not. So I must say I look more like Mr. Muscle than the Beast, or is he called the Beast? I think he is called the Beast, isn't he? Eddie the Beast or something like that. But yes, get on the shop and get your orders in as well. Serious Mushroom's got about a couple of jumpers. I got a lovely pink one. I've also got a sweatshirt as well, which is also pretty nifty. Pretty nifty as well. I haven't got anything else from ALR yet. Then there's, of course, I'm a bit old top the old purse strings as well. Of course, as well, the stream is associated with mine now. Very important. Mine is there, and of course, for all that kind of jazz there. I'm really bad at staying stuff like that. But of course, anyone in ALR, if you want to chat, then admins are always about. Luckily, I don't class myself as an admin, but I'm happy to also chat with you as well. But of course, as Serious Russian's in the comments now, Serious Russian could attest to, it takes me 10 days to reply to him. So it's just me. I'm that kind of person. You see, I have a conversation for a couple of times, and then I think that Nosey messaged me last week, and I start to reply to it, but then unfortunately I get distracted. So I mainly usually buy food, so I need to sort myself out as well. And of course, also 3D trap maps as well. And of course, if you want a 3D trap map of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and why wouldn't you? It wouldn't be my choice. I could tell you that, but I got bad memories around here. But Knowles, you certainly want a trap map of this circuit, a 3D trap print of this circuit, because this is one of his more favoured races. One track that Knowles wouldn't want of is the Austrian Grand Prix, of course. There, right. I only remember because I was doing 41, so I was fuming when gold was in the 39 set. I got 4 hoodies. I love them. That is true. Says Serious Mushroom. Yes, it is. It's appalling. Because even on the day of the race there, Mushroom searching through like, I need to go through the grid. Menace on pole position. Percy is alongside on row 1. Percy and Sam Swift Ninja are both tied on points then, with Toy Coin in 3rd position and Troy in 4th, Marky in 5th, Keza in 6th position, Sam Swift to 7th on the soft tyre. Interesting stuff there. 8th position is Brabbit, 9th is Coop, 10th is Legends, 11th is Choppers, all on medium tyres there. Keza on hard, we got Troy on hard, and we got Lucas Percy on hard. Interesting. Knowlesy has gone hard as well. Laugh out loud. Delando in 13th is also hard. Someone's in the wall. Indigo in 14th, Immortal 15th, Lights is 16th on the hard tyres. Riley is in 17th on the medium tyres. There's a car facing the wrong way there. It's on the Alpines there, that's not ideal. Then we have got Mr. Rage on the hard tyres, Cam on the hard tyres, and Equals on the medium compound tyres. Deep breath. Look but don't stare, as Martin Brundle used to say when he was the head commentator back in 2011. I'm not going to say that, but what we are going to do is count them down. We have 4 lights, we have 5 lights, there's a pause, and we are go already. Goodness me, there was the long hope there as we go down into one. Sam Swift used those tyres to his advantage already, and into turn we go. Percy repels the attack there. Of course, there's no long run down into turn 1, and the hard tyres might have been a good choice here, but Toy Coin having a slip enough more as they all made it through the second quarter up there. They've been very well behaved. That's incredible stuff indeed. And that's an incredible start there for the drivers. As Sam Swift has used those soft tyres to perfection and he's moved himself up into 4th position. He's come through the field like a hot knife through butter. Sam Swift Ninja is up into 3rd and all over the gearbox of his teammate, of his championship rival Lucas Percy there. Incredible stuff indeed. Let's hope they all behave tonight. Well, they certainly have behaved, because that's a great start there. Now, I'm not sure how long the soft tyres going to go for, but I don't think the soft tyres was probably a good choice then to go long into this run. Then there's a problem in Equals in the background. Equals has had an issue. Also, Riley's had an issue as well. I don't think that's going to cause a safety car, because they have both got themselves sorted and back going quite quickly around here. Then, as look at that, there's a snaking out of the castle section out of turn 9. Then here comes Sam Swift Ninja then on board now with the Williams driver. Then of course Sam Swift, the championship leader, along with Lucas Percy, round 17 of the World Championship. Just think if we only had 17 rounds this season, this would be very tense indeed. However, we've still got a couple more races to go. Saucer, a bad idea, says Serious Mushroom. Out to turn 16 then. So Sam Swift there will have so much more confidence there, and will have so much more braking capability compared to Lucas Percy's on the hard tyre. Menace Max is already a second away. He's absolutely rocketed away. Menace Max is I apologise, for his second Grand Prix win of his career. As Toy Coin now is in 4th position mode, but Sam Swift has gone over to second. He's at 5 positions already. Incredible stuff indeed there. As Indigo has got past Knowlesy. Knowlesy's down 3 positions there. A bit of a disappointing start for Knowlesy and for Riley as well. Both down 3 positions there, unfortunately. Then. And Light's also at 3 positions as well. Good stuff indeed that as we go now on lap 2 of this Grand Prix. And it's all very 8 laps, I think, is max. So do you reckon that? So maybe Sam Swift can then go to the end there on those tyres, then potentially. Then, but we'll find out, because that'll be an almighty undercut, won't it, for Sam Swift? But interestingly, Cam there, who is trying to come back through the field then after not qualifying there, is in 18th position there with Mr. Rage. As these back 3 or 4 have dropped off the back of Immortal by 2 seconds here. So so I think that Cam would like to get past Pronto if he wants to get up there. His Legends there has dropped down the order as well. It's getting very cozy there. Delando is just in front of Lights here, but look at all the lockups already here, especially on the hard tyres. You do not want to lock up too much there, because they would look like a 50 pence piece, that is Martin Brundle says, and that is not ideal for the cars. That's going to really rattle the fillings in your teeth as Lights are getting very precarious coming out of 9 then. I don't think any of these drivers have fillings these days. Of course, dental treatment has come a long way since Martin Brundle started commentating rotated back in 97. Out of turn 15, and then this is getting very precarious indeed there. Menace is now, Menace was leading by a second. Sam Swift there has actually half that gap, and it's come down to about 5/10 of a second. Here comes Marky. Mark has not scored any points so far, but it's only just recently joined the Kick Sauber team. Flies past us now, getting past Troy, and takes the lead. Sam Swift takes the lead as well, and on that free soft tyres that comes through the field, and it's now come from an appalling qualified position of 7th up into the lead after 3 laps. Sam Swift is there. He's got his head down, Sam Swift has, and of course he means business here tonight. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed there for Sam Swift. But now then, now he has become from the chaser to the chaser, and Percy up the inside. This is crucial. Is that going to be contact between the two cars? Not quite then, and Percy and Manis are fighting for position here, but of course the more they fight, the more that Sam Swift is going to scamper away. But the soft tires is looking pretty good. It's been looking pretty good at the moment there. Shaking there at Vineyards. What's that? Vineyards there? Is that I don't know much about teeth, to be honest. So Vineyards there. I think what is that? Is that like a cavity? Is it? Or is that cavity something else? I don't know. Going for the castle section as well. Of course, it's not a dental program. Goodness gracious me, Mushroom. Get back on track. So we're just watching the top 4 here as Cam has got past Mr. Raging Bull in a very unusual part of the circuit, and now up into 17th position. But look, they're 3 seconds away. That could be costly. DRS is quite important around here, as I've found out to be cost on Wednesday. Not ideal at all, to be honest, if you're not in DRS. Sam Swift is almost out of DRS. That's an incredible start from Sam Swift, isn't he? To be honest, it doesn't matter what tire Sam Swift starts on, does he? He always makes it work, doesn't he? But however, running on lap 3, we've got 26 laps around here. Safety cars, false teeth. Thank you very much. So there we go. Does any drivers have false teeth in here? Potentially not then. But anyway, if you do have false teeth, I would say get off of those curbs then, because they would definitely rattle those teeth then, I would say. Percy then has dropped back to about 5/10 of a second there. Marky is a second back at the moment there. We have also got Legends in the pits here. My goodness me, what is occurring here down into turn 1? Oh, that somehow get through. Oh my word. And Light said, oh gosh, that's going to be very interesting. Indigo on the inside, contact. Indigo has hit the wall quite, no it isn't, sorry. It's a mortar who's hit the wall with a big old clout there. I'm not sure he's damaged the wing. There didn't seem to be any debris from the Mercedes car, but I'm sure there has to be a bit of damage. And Nosey keeping a watching brief in 15th position there. My word, that was a heavy clout indeed. So Legends on the hard tires, Equals on the hard tires as well. I'm not sure if that's a strategical gamble. There is contact and there is damage. Now Sam Swift is starting to drop here. We're on board with Menace, and he's going to go to probably around lap 12, lap 11 here before going on to the hard tires to the end of the Grand Prix. Unstops around here unless safety cars intervene, unless there's VSC as well that could come in optimal time as well. So you got drivers got to keep an eye on that. They got to make sure they do not go in. They got to keep their toes on. Remember that potentially some drivers may have engineers, other drivers don't. Then, of course, other drivers just prefer a bit of silence and just really get their heads down and really concentrate. And there's other drivers that have engineers there to really help them, to tell them what's going on in the race there. I did have an engineer, not last Wednesday, sadly, because Kiki very selfishly was still in the race there. And Serious Special was also in the race as well. But unfortunately, if you want to be in a party with me, silence is not an option because, let's be honest about it, I'm loud and proud. And Menace has also taken the lead as well into turn 1 there. Brabbit is gone into 6th position there, passes Troy, who's down to 7th. Troy, of course, is on the harder compound tyre. That's a very squirrely Alpine there. Look at this, we got overtakes galore here. And all 20 cars are still running now. We've had 2 stops then, which is Legends and Equals. Everyone else has got through the first couple of laps. Almost safe and sound here. Now Percy is through, and Percy is now past Sam Swift and Ninja. As I said, then both these drivers are joined in the lead in the championship. It is very close indeed. It's also close in bronze as well. Not as close in silver, because Ultimate Beast has really taken off like a scolded cat. To be honest, you probably should have. That's very harsh if you do scold your cat. But of course, if a cat ever did get burnt, he would take off, wouldn't he? If he burned his posterior, I'd probably take off as well if anyone burnt my posterior. But in the last couple of races or so, Ultimate Beast has been very much a beast. He's been flying. Really good 17 there in silver. Ultimate Beast has been an absolute revelation there. Mumford's been great as well this season. And just how great Mumford is, Ultimate Beast is possibly just a step higher at the moment in terms of performance between those two drivers. But absolutely, what a season it's been in silver so far. You have to take your hat off to him as well. Brilliant 17 there. I was glad my audio broke, says Serious Mushroom. Yes, indeed, Serious Mushroom's audio broke there, so he couldn't hear us, which was quite funny, to be honest, because we was answering Mushroom, but he couldn't hear our answers were, which potentially was actually quite a good thing, to be fair. How to turn 17, here we come then, and look at the gap between Marky and Toy Coin. Toy Coin's also involved in this gap. There's the Kick Sauber in the background there, of course, and now we're coming down into turn 1 now, then Sam Swift is just a bit too far back. Percy's not though, as Troy and Brabbit have now exchanged positions there back into 6th position. Keza down into 9th. Fairpley's on the back of Coop, who's drawn a superb race so far. This is Coop's best race so far in a bit of a season. There's going to be contact between Lights and Chappers. Wow, how did they get through? And Indigo, who was really besmirching his performance in qualifying, is having a great race so far. It's up to 10th position now. Whilst the drives behind him fighting all for tooth and nail here. Chappers, Lights and Immortal all fighting tooth and nail. Mr. H in the pits now. As I thought, it's incredible how quick, how much braking they have here. Sam's blown it now. Oh my goodness me, has Sam blown it? Has he? Was there a bit of a wall ride there? I wasn't looking, but there's a lot of dust coming off. Maybe someone's just got too close to the wall, but not actually hit it. Mr. Rage is coming out of the pits on the medium tyres now. As look, here comes Wilson just having a sniff, but nothing more than that. It's very much one at a time here into turn 6 and 7. There was a bit of rear action there from Lights and Mortal. Goodness gracious me, that's getting very getting very fruitful there, isn't it? Oh, lovely shot here from the audience, from the crowd. Are they crowd or audience, is it? Maybe it's the same thing there, potentially. Back here. So Serious Mushroom says that Sam's blown it. Is Sam blown it because he's now got track position there? But Sam is doing a good job there keeping up. But looks like the Percy on the harder tyre is starting to really flow now. Remember Percy very close to equaling Emerson's record set in ALR then. And of course Percy also going to trying to become a 2-time world champion as well. Percy takes the lead. Menace Max now down in 2nd position now with Sam Swift 3rd, and in 4th position is Toy Coin now. So here comes Kez again past Coop as well. Coop driving superbly well, and I've got everything crossing. Coop can keep up this performance. Wallace here, and there's a free abreast into turn 1, and we got Lights who's free. Lights has got a bit wide then, so Mortal might be able to spring a surprise into 2. No, because Lights keeps his race in line and keeps a 2nd position. Getting very goodness gracious me, gentlemen. It is getting very interesting. Spectators, thank you very much, Mushroom. As I always get lost for words there because it's too excited there and having a sniff as well. Delano dropping from the back of this crocodile here. Or this, well, it's not really a crocodile, albeit they are very savage like crocodiles, aren't they? Goodness me. I don't even know if there is crocodiles in Baku. There probably is, unless there's a zoo here. Because I don't think it's the climate of crocodiles. I think crocodiles only come from Australia and America, potentially? I don't know, to be fair. What's happened? Troy, we just seen a bit of Troy as we're sneaking through. Safety car. Troy is into the wall, out of the race. The car is twitching. Oh, and Lights has gone into the barrier as well. And I think the Lights must have crashed into Troy, or he tried to avoid it. But Lights is out of the race as well. 2 cars are out. Lights and Troy, those big hitters in this one. And safety car is out now. So this may play into the hands of Sam Swift absolutely splendidly. Well, I think it will, to be fair, because Sam Swift has gained so much time here, and because of that, he's gained up so many positions there, and he's just going to come the pits and throw the hard tyre, surely. And as Sirius said, around lap 8, he's going to want to come the pits anyway. Lights and Troy out to the Grand Prix. Percy has stayed out. Sam Swift in, Menace in. This is crucial for the World Championship there. One mistake there. One decision here is going to make or break your Grand Prix. Here comes the pole sitter in the pits now. Hard tyres going on for the Ferrari team. In and out, shake it all about. Sam Swift in the pits as well. This is perfect for the joint championship leader. Coming out of the pits as well. Where's Marky? Marky in the pits. Look at that then. Goodness me. It's very, very busy in this pit lane here as they're coming out of the pits now and into the pits. Everyone has pitted apart from Percy. Oh my goodness me. Has he made a mistake here? That's the problem when you're first on the road then. Really, it is it's absolute pressure, isn't there? So the drivers who's on the hard tires, to start on the hard tires, has all come in the pits as well. So Kez is in the pits, Dilando's in the pits. We have also got Nolsey and Cam in the pits. So as I feel that Percy's made a mistake here. Surely it's very difficult, isn't it? But Percy can go quite long on these hard tires. But I feel that a fresh set of boots at this stage would have made a big difference then. As what we're doing here, then I don't know to be honest. So serious question now. Safety cars at the moment. Everyone has pitted then, apart from Lucas Person. As Riley in the pits, going to change the front nose cone on the Red Bull. No, he's left the session now. That's not ideal for Riley. Percy cannot take them hards too soft. Said I think so. I think he is golden. Stay golden, Pony Boy. What is that off? I can't remember. But as soon as serious question said golden, that's all. That's the first thing I thought of. What is occurring here? Indigo has lost 2 positions somewhere. What's happened? Indigo is having issues there, as it's out. There's a technical gremlin for. He's lost the wing there. I think there's technical gremlins going on for the Mercedes driver, who's had a great start, a great first stint here. But Indigo has had issues under the safety cars, lost the front wing, and he's going to have to come back into the pits there and put on another set of medium tyres. I think that. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? He's got because you've only got one set of hard tyres, haven't you? You see, I'm learning this stuff. Whereas the more I race, the more I learn. That mainly, well, to be honest, I only learned that the hard way because I thought I had 2 sets of hard tyres one time. I can't remember which race it was. It was early on than the 100%, and I was like Boulder Dash, to be honest. I think the Indigo will be selling something a bit more stronger than Boulder Dash, unfortunately, because that is a horror show for the Mercedes driver to say the least. Then. So as we're on board with Indigo, then as Indigo probably veering off and coming into the pits now. 2 retirements, technically 3, because Riley's left the session. Hopefully they'll come back in the not too distant future. But 2 retirements in this one. Can someone invite Riley back in? Oh no, this is going to go bad, isn't it? Hang on, how do I hang on a minute, how do I do that? So we've got a safety car at the moment. Hang on, I think I've seen him. Who's boss man? Alright, invite. Did I do that? No, he's already back in. Never mind. I was going to take the credit there. I'm getting very good at this, aren't I? I reckon I should be the host more often, to be honest. I'm doing so well. It's a good 17. Percy can take the hard. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah's already read that out. So then, yes, Indigo coming back in the pits. Whilst I was faffing about with the old invite and stuff. Invite friends, top left. Oh, well, maybe I'm not as good as what I thought I was. It's not like I've owned this PlayStation thingy since for about 2 years. There we go. That's because I'm very unsociable. That's why I don't invite anyone. Because if I'm not doing this, I'm probably more often than not just playing single-player games. To be fair, or trying to play Crash Bandicoot really badly, or I haven't played any single-player games in a very long time. Actually, I'm tempted to get the new. What's the new game coming out at the moment? I think it's Silent Hill Remake 2. I've never played Silent Hill, and I'm absolutely terrified of horror games, so that ain't going to go well. I'll probably, because I bought Resident Evil 7, I think. I played the first couple of minutes of it, and then when that woman was coming up the stairs, I just went, nope, and quitted it. So, and I haven't played it since. So, there we go. What a waste of £50 that was. But I just like to frighten myself and then end up regretting that. Safety car is still out at the moment, but Riley is just catching up to the back now, and then we'll be back racing in just a jiffy. Then we can get going again there, which is good stuff for me, because then I can have an early night then. Albeit, just like Percy's steering wheel will say, I'll probably end up on TikTok until about 12 o'clock, because I have really, because, I need to control myself. Safety car is staying out for one more lap then. I'm playing boxing, love it. Not touched F1 since there. What boxing are you playing? It's, because I must admit, last boxing game I played was Fight Night Round 3 or something like that on the, I think it's on the original Xbox 360, Yes, I am one of those people. I went from PlayStation to Xbox. So I went from PlayStation 2 to Xbox 360. Then I jumped back to PlayStation 4. Mainly because PlayStation 3, I'm sure, was quite a bit steep in terms of price. Into the pits, there comes Indigo again. So he's back on the hard tyres. And so Riley also now come back on very used medium tyres there for Riley. So that is a mistake from Red Bull. Red Bull have not got any set of new tyres there, and that's going to really hurt Riley. And Riley's got still got damage to his front wing, so it's already been compounded there. That's painful for Riley. Oh dear, oh dear. Red Bull have not changed his front wing. Put him on no tyres, and Riley is going to be steaming there. No wonder why Boxtal is not happy to race for Red Bull at the moment. Oh dear. Oh dear. Undisputed. Presume that's the Undisputed game, said Asher John. And Sarah Smash has confirmed it's Undisputed. Oh, lovely stuff. I must admit, I'm pretty rubbish at boxing games. Troy is after session. That's not ideal. Can Troy get back in? Hopefully he can. Oh no, he's out of the race. Sorry. Yeah, so that's the reason we got a safety car. Don't distract me, ladies and gentlemen, please. Gosh, I haven't touched the boxing game for a very long time. I'm rubbish at the boxing game. Yeah, I did try and play UFC once. I was really rubbish at that as well. I think, however, I did win one game online because somehow I did a flying knee and it knocked out my opponent, but I don't know how I did it. Bearing in mind, I was Brock Lesnar and the other guy I'd never even heard of. I think he was like a welterweight or something like that. So there we go. Troy is out, laugh out loud. Yes, thank you very much, Mushroom. Oh dear. In my defence, it's because I'm hosting tonight there and I've got to be on me toes. Safety car is in there. We're just coming up to half distance. We're 3 laps out from half distance there, so not probably, really, to be fair. But now we are going green here in Azerbaijan. Percy has got a lot to do. He's done 9 laps on the hard tyres and everyone else is coming to the pits. Lewis Riley is going to be besmirched in the Red Bull team. He is going to be furious, that Red Bull team. Not only are they going downhill in real life, they're also going downhill in ALR as well, since they've lost Adrian Newey. Now, as we are going to go back green in just a few moments, talking of Adrian Newey, he is going to Aston Martin, which is going to be interesting indeed. But, however, that is a discussion for another part of time, then. As now we are going green then. Oh, so that's why there's no rain, says Serious Mushroom. I'm sure I put the weather on dynamic, I think, then, and I think I did anyway, as I just followed Knowles' instructions there. Look at Percy. Now he's gone! Here we go. Then I was going to say that he's gone very late then, of course, as long as you don't start and stop, you're fine. Samson's on the inside and takes a position. Look at them all getting squirrely in the background there. And if they all made it through that, I think they have, but that's a crucial part of this race. And Delando is through. Delando's over to 9th position. And there's Chaffers and Legends also involved as well. Legends is through and passes Legends. No, he isn't. Legends is through and passes Chaffers. He don't pass himself out. And he puts the squeeze on Chaffers. Chaffers gets out there. Big old break and down into turn 4E, I think it is. Now they're flying past me now. So here comes Sam Swift then. Remember, these two are leading the World Championship then. They're all joined on the same points. And as I keep reiterating that, because this championship is going to be very much who least mistakes is going to win this World Championship, I think. That races like this certainly can win or lose in the championship as well. And at the moment, Percy leads first, not pit. Everyone else behind him has pit as they go for the castle section for the first time. Troy and Lights are both crashing there. Troy crashed, and then unfortunately, I think Lights went in and tried to avoid him as well. And because of that, both drivers are out of the Grand Prix. We had a safety car. Unfortunately, the time that Lights was out of the race there, unfortunately. Down into turn 15. So he dropped down the hill then, and there's no DRS yet. DRS will be available at the end of this lap. Then Serious Mushroom is saying, and Sam is in the driving seat now. Pun intended. Oh, yes, indeed. So we do love a good old punny. It's a very punny Mushroom, as we do love a good pun, and don't we? And look at that side. We know DRS. Oh, goodness me! And look at that. There is a Percy trying to defend it. Onto the dust there for Samson, takes the lead in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix with for fresher tyres there, and now Toy Corner. No, Percy did break it later, then locking up there. Samson, did he touch the inside Armco? And here comes Percy, and he's going for it. He's having a look into turn 2, but Sam Swift takes the lead then. Has Percy made a mistake by not coming to the pits? I feel he has done, DRS on this back straight, and now then Percy's going for it, and he takes takes the lead. He takes the lead of the Grand Prix here. Wow, fantastic. Absolutely incredible. Percy's going to have to get his elbows out, though, I feel, listening, because I think that he needs another safety car, doesn't he? I think to get himself back into this race. Look at how they're climbing all over the back of the gearbox of the Aston Martin. Percy is going to really have to channel his inner Ayrton Senna tonight there. Remember in 1992 where Ayrton Senna kept behind Nigel Mansell, who was on fresher rubber there for the final couple of laps, one of the most exhilarating final laps you'll ever see in Formula One. However, that's Monaco. This is Azerbaijan. Two street circuits, yes, but my goodness me, you got DRS in modern Formula One. Then we've got a long old back straight, and we've got two long straights there. So Percy now is going to have to really think about defending, and if we're going to think about deploying that battery as well. And now with Menace Max, so he's Menace. I apologise, Menace. I keep calling him Menace Max. I think that was his ode gamer tag as well. Drivers are right in the thick of it, says Ashton. They certainly are indeed, aren't they? Goodness me. And I do feel though that this is going to get, this race is not over yet. Then as we come to half distance now, as we complete the end of lap 12, here's Menace there, and he's going to be side by side then, and they're catching Percy, and now it's free abreast, and Menace takes the lead. Then Percy's dropped down into second position here. Cam is on to 10th position there, and now Dilando has got past Kubaz in soup. Then we got Cam dropping down to 12th position actually. Equals has got past Nosey as well on the harder tire. Nosey got onto the medium of course, and back on the back straight again then. Is Percy thinking more about the championship now? Is he not concerned by Menace? Well, unfortunately he has, he cannot, almost into the back of his championship rival here. Wow, incredible. Toy Coin in 12th position, and Marky doing a great job in 5th. Kaza in 6th position, Brabant 7th, Delando 8th, Cooper in Super 9th, Legend in 10th position, Immortal, Cam, Chappers, Equals, followed by Miss Knowlesy, Mr. Rachel Ball in 16th position there, 17th is Dylan, is Indigo, whilst we got a teleport in, Percy's lost out, as we got a teleporting car in the background there. Toy Coin is now in the 3rd position there. Look at this, and there's look at Sam Swift and all of the gearbox of Menace. Remember, Menace is so good in qualifying. Sam Swift, we didn't really see what Sam Swift could do because he made a mistake in qualifying, but I must say that Menace unqualifying trim was superb. On board once again then, lap 13 out of 26. As Sarah must have mentioned that there could be a soft tyres here then. Would be a soft, would potentially be a potentially. I don't know what I'm saying, to be honest. He's got DRS anyway. That's it. Then we'll just stick with that yellow flag. What's happened? Indigo's in the wall, and that's a off camber downhill braking point in 15 there. And Indigo, unfortunately, should have stopped in the safety car. And now, unfortunately, that's going to be another unscheduled stop there for Indigo. Might be able to get medium tires to the end. And here's Sam Swift, and Sam Swift is going to swiftly take the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Yes, he's done it, and he takes the lead there. But Menace is going to come back up, and they're going to almost pushing him out of turn one here. Nosey up into 13th for this again, and past Champions. He's dropping down that order. Everyone is in DRS, so as Marquis is just in DRS as well. Everyone's in DRS up until the motor, into the pits comes Indigo. Horror show race there for Indigo after having a great, after having a very good qualifying. Now, of course, Indigo was very disappointed by qualifying. However, he surpassed his expectation of getting past qualifying 1, but unfortunately qualifying 2 did not go to plan there for the Mercedes driver, and the race is also unwinding quite quickly as well. Third, keep up short. I apologise, Mushroom there. It's very difficult to see what's going on in this one so far, as it has been a barnstorming Grand Prix so far. Looking up the inside tyre there was Sam Swift there. Sam Swift, as it stands right now, Sam Swift will be leading the championship by 13 points ish from Percy there. But Percy, of course, is yet to stop then. I love this over the shoulder stuff. And very good stuff indeed. Shadows on the castle and through the downhill are terrible, says Mushroom. And that's where the action is at the moment. And just at this part here, yes, you can barely see your braking point now. And Sam Swift almost going into the wall there. Throwing caution to the wind is Sam Swift, and half distance has just been completed now on this incredible race so far. Percy doing a good job to stay in DRS, but however, I do feel he's going to have an extra pit stop here, which is going to throw him out. Hello there, General Chazaden. You are a bold one. Good to see you, Chazaden. Of course, Chazaden, a former Grand Prix race driver and a pole sitter in ALR Gold. A lot of appearances as well in ALR is Chazaden. Great to have you great to have you in the comment section as well. Menace takes the lead again then with Toy Coin is out all over the gearbox of Sam Swift as the audience in the background is waving their arms up furiously now. I thought there was a problem, to be honest. That's why I looked backwards there. Now out of turn 2, I think it is. DRS once again then, but I think Sam Swift there is going to go for the lead, is he? No, he isn't there. He's a bit too far back. Percy's out DRS range on. Here's Marky. Not quite though into turn 3. It's very difficult to overtake in turn 3, isn't it? To be honest, I'd say that the opening first sector around here, not the most interesting of the tracks, is it? As I said, it resembles a very big Formula E circuit, doesn't it? Really, 90 degree left, 90 degree right. Here's Keza, who's now in his 6th position. The only Haas in this race there, unfortunately for Haas, which is a big shame to be honest, because looked in qualifying that Haas is going to have a really big payday in terms of constructors points there, but not at the moment now. So we're on board with the money grab. Haas car that is going through the castle section. That's where we had our safety car earlier on today. As once again, and the audience are absolutely going wild for this race so far, and why wouldn't they be? It's been absolutely superb stuff indeed. And now Menace is starting to really romp away here. The yellow flag. So, oh my goodness me! Sam Swift is out of Grand Prix. We said he went wide in the last lap, and it's a safety car. Sam Swift is out of the race there. Oh my goodness me! His championship hopes could be potentially unraveled here. We're only on round 17. Sean Carmer down, but my goodness gracious me! Sam Swift Ninja second on the road was a pit stop in front of Lucas Percy has crashed into the wall at the exit of turn 13 and has a bloated opportunity here. Sam Swift Ninja, his first retirement of his career in ALR and potentially one of the most crucial parts of the World Championship. Oh my golly gosh there. What has gone on here? And as now into the pits comes Lucas Percy. Immortal has stayed out. Marky in the pits as well. We've got soft tyres on for Toy Coin. That's 10 laps to go. I think you could do it, actually. I think soft tyres might be a good choice here. Medium tyres gone on for Lucas Percy and Menace as well. And my goodness gracious me. That is absolutely heartbreaking for Sam Swift Ninja. I feel that did he overpush the car potentially? Do you think it's very hard as a Grand Prix driver, isn't it? You can't tell a Grand Prix driver to slow down, can you? Then it's almost impossible to. So as Toto Wolff said about Antonelli when he crashed in Monza, that he'd rather slow a driver down than speed him up. That it was easier to slow a driver down than speed him up. But Sam Swift Ninja that's a unforced error for Sam Swift Ninja. He was second on the road here tonight, and they're both joined to lead in the championship. Then, and this is a crucial part of the World Championship now. Sam Swift going to trying to get a second World Championship in a row. Lucas Percy trying to claim his second World Championship as well. The fight for 2 is very much on there with just a handful of races to go. So we're on round 17 out of 24 here. Sam Swift Ninja lights Troy out of this Grand Prix, our second safety car. And just like our first safety car, we got one driver on the hard tyres staying out. Everyone else come to the pits there. Soft tyres has gone on for Toy Coin, for Keza, for Nolsey, and for Equals. This is a golden opportunity now for Indigo, who's having a bit of a difficult race so far. Indigo might be able to catch up to the back now and get himself back into contention in this race. We got the Mercedes are bookmarking the grid here, of course, with Immortal in the race and Indigo down in 17th position at the moment. Safety car going to be in this up, or is it going to be one more lap? If Indigo, I wonder if he might be tempted to go on the soft tyres as well, and potentially might be able to roll the dice. Toy Coin is going to be quicker than a hiccup here. So with Immortal not coming in the pits, that is going to be very interesting indeed to see how this race unfolds. And Immortal possibly, I feel, is going to hold up the opposition. Maybe not too long then, because there's no DRS just yet. We'll see how well Immortal does, but of course, if that is the case, and Toy Coin on the softer tyre as well, Menace is going to be feeling a bit of pressure now in that Ferrari. Anyone coming to the pits, I think they're all staying out there, albeit there's a very jittery Red Bull in the background there. I think that is Riley. There's having a couple of internet issues there. He very much darting around there. Goodness gracious me. Of course, Driver of the Day votes will be out momentarily, albeit we've got still another 10 laps to go in this race, actually, haven't we? But Driver of the Day vote will be out very soon then, and I must say, do not put your vote in until probably the last 3-4 laps when we know a bit more about the bigger picture of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Oh, 5 positions. There they are, 5. And of course, Immortal at 14. However, Immortal has not pitted yet. We got 6 positions improvement for Mr. Rage, doing a good job out there, Mr. Rages. Cooper, unfortunately, down 1 position. Delando at 5 positions, doing a great job out there. Delando is at this moment in time. And so we got some big movers and shakers at the moment there, but I feel that this race is still yet to be decided at the moment there. Blimey O'Reilly, says Sarah's Bishop. Liam, yeah, bingo card in the bin. I said a podium in terms of, I think that was for Sam Swift Ninja. Unfortunately, Sam Swift Ninja out of the Grand Prix. The first time in his career that he's out of the Grand Prix here. And I wonder if he might rue that opportunity. Did he push too hard, or was there a technical failure for the Williams driver, for the world champion? We do not know, but we did see on that last lap that Sam Swift Ninja came precariously close to the outside wall of turn 15. Was it just a stretch too far for Sam Swift Ninja? And as we're coming down to complete the lap 17 here, and onto hopefully the final part of this Grand Prix. As of course, I've got to go to bed strap for this, and this of course got to have my 23 hours of beauty sleep as well, and I forgot to take off my slippers because my feet are very sweaty. As I get a very sweaty Betty in this commentary booth because it gets so hot and humid in here, and hot and heavy as well on the racetrack as well as in the commentary box. Lap 17 out of 26 here. Safety car is in, and we'll be back green in just a jiffy here. And this is going to get very interesting indeed. That is, we'll bring the positions back up in just a few moments. But before we do, we just got to take a look at soft tyres for Toycoin, Keza, Nolsey and Equaz. Hard tyres for Malta. Everyone else on the medium compound tyres. And let's go back racing, shall we then? And when are they going to drop the hammer? Remember what Percy did? He dropped the hammer right at the very end there. And of course, and then he got going. Of course, that is the reason why. It's because there's so much slipstream going down into turn 1. You do not want to get a slipstream, do you? And Immortal's gone. He's gone now, and we're back racing here in Baku, and down into turn 1 they come then. And look at the minutes back. He's down to look for that foot up. He's also got the fend from Toycoin then. Into turn 1 we go then. And look at this as they come out of turn 1 then. Immortal lead. Second position is Menace. Third position is Toycoin. Percy in 4th. Marky in 5th position then, with Keza in 6th position then. Followed by Delando, Brabant, and also Legends and Coop. That is not the right position there. I completely butchered that. But never mind. Never mind that it's Chappers and Mr. Rage. How am I going to scrap here? Mr. Rage is now up into 11th position there. Nosey is down into 13th position. And Cam is also involved as well. Of course, Cam's dropped down the order because look at that. Equaz and Cam are going side by side here through turn 5 and 6. And Cam has lost out. Then Equaz doing a great job of getting past there. That's not a usual place on the circuit we get past. And look at this. It's getting very cozy here. Look to Persh all over the back of Toycoin here. And Toycoin equal all over the back of Menace, as well as Menace all over the back of Immortal. It is getting very cozy in the castle section there. And accelerating out of the castle section now comes the leader's out. I just read what Mushroom said. Thank you very much, Mushroom. You're making me blush. Down into 15 then. This is the crew. Are we going to be looking back at the turn 15 then? On lap 15 then is potentially a turning point for the World Championship. Potentially, I say. But of course, we've still got a lot of twists and turns in this Grand Prix. And in this World Championship as well. DRS will not be enabled until the end, until the next straight then. But for now, I don't think Menace Max will need that, because look at the power, and Menace takes the lead then in the Ferrari, and he gets past the motor. And now what can Toycoin do on those soft tyres? And the soft tyres will start to fall off potentially quite quickly here, and he's going for it. He's having a look there, but Menace Max slams the door shut on the toes of the RB, and they all somehow slow down, and Percy is through as well. Yes, he's done it, and he's having to third position now. But now what can Toycoin do? Menace has had a great run there. There's a lot of locking up in the background there. I don't think anyone went to the wall there, but look at that. It's getting very precarious. One of the McLarens there who's dropped down into 6th position. I think that was Cam, that was. But DRS is not available at the moment, and Chapper's dropping down the order as well. It is getting very cozy here then, as Indigo is up into 14th position there. And now then, unfortunately, Chapper's has been hung out to dry and down into 60th position. Search Rush is going to be absolutely fuming with Chapper's at the end of this one, unfortunately. However, we've still got 8 laps to go on board with Percy. He's down to 3rd position there. I must say, the soft tyres is not not really working out too well so far for those runners and riders out there. Let's take a look at the soft runners, shall we? Keza in 6th position there. Nosey and Equals are now 12th and 13th position there, but I was expecting them to be a bit quicker than this at this stage, but that's not been the case at the moment, has it, though, for those two drivers? Menace is almost out of DRS range there. I think the Menace is trying to scamper away from those soft shot of Toy Coin. I don't know how they go through that corner so quickly. That's incredible, isn't it? Off camber, in the shade then, and goodness gracious, downhill braking as well. How do they do that? That's absolutely immense stuff indeed there. Immortal then will be staying on the hard tires, I think, unless there's another safety car. So Immortal has gained quite a lot of positions here, but let's see if we can stay the ship now then. But he will have DRS now that he'll have to fend off. He does not have DRS for the drivers in front of him because the top three have scampered away. Menace there is lost about a couple of tenths there. Here's Percy up the inside. No dice moment. Keza is through and passes Marquis and Immortal. Great maneuver there for Keza, who's now in 4th position. Great stuff indeed there for Keza. And he could be keeping a watching brief of what is going to be occurring at the front here. Out of turn 2 they come then. And I think the Toy Coin is going to have to go defensive here because he's run out of Earth's deployment as well. And now up the inside then. Percy's now taken 2nd position here. As he, look at all they're banging wheels on Toy Coin and Percy are then. Percy's fighting for the championship. Toy Coin is not. And but Percy throwing caution to the wind here in Windy City. No, wait, that's a city in America, but it's a city of wind anyway. And Toy Coin is down in the 3rd position. Percy with a championship. He's fighting for a championship there, and still he finds ways to get past. It's incredible for Percy. And I'm just saying with this now, the gap between himself and Sam Swift is 18 points. So Sam Swift, of course, that is the big talking point so far in this Grand Prix. Delando doing a great job, by the way, up into 8th position there. A very strong performance there for Delando. Great stuff indeed. But now he has the Red Bull of Legend there, really all over the gearbox for himself now. And I think that Delando is going to be feeling very vulnerable down that back straight then. Lucas Purse is out of DRS range. He's going to be feeling vulnerable with Toy Coin then in DRS range. They're on soft tires as well. Love the helicam shot here. Now Champions is doing better than I ever laugh out loud says that mushroom. To be honest, Chapper is doing much better than I ever will as well. I think Chapper said at least he knows which way to turn on this circuit. I don't. I keep going down the escape road. As now look at this and look at these 3 cars and they're all lining each other up. Then Menace setting up fast on the race on the McLaren and Delando's through. Marky's got past Keza as well. As that is a serious mushroom effect then, because serious mushroom did say come on, come on Keza. Now that's why Keza's lost down into 5th position. Delando in 7th. Immortal's down in 8th position, but Immortal only lost 1 position. But unfortunately for Immortal, he cannot stop the slide at the moment, can he? And because of that, then Immortal's not so fresh hard tires is really coming back to bite him in the old rear wing now, unfortunately. And my goodness me, I always think they're going to crash into that wall. It's incredible. It's incredible these drivers there just know when to brake all the time after 21, 22 laps. That is why these drivers are superhuman in ALR, whether that's gold, silver, bronze, or 100% barring one ginger guy. But apart from that, the other drivers have been superb stuff indeed there. Absolutely lovely. Menace is now 2.5 in front of Percy. Menace has been flying in this race, but I must say, this Menace has not had it all his own way at all. It's been quite a brutal and very taxing race on the drivers here tonight. On board with Brabbit, who's in 6th position, and I'm wondering if the soft tyres are starting to struggle already around here, because Keza and Toy Coin are not able to make inroads. And Nosey is up into 11th position now, but whilst Equals is down into 15th. Not a day to remember for Equals, unfortunately. A bad qualified and not a very good race here for Equals, which is a shame there for the RB driver. His teammate Toy Coin also on the soft tyres as well, but the RB's gamble doesn't seem to be paying off at the moment. Brabbit, who is catching on Keza at the moment. Now, there's the kick Sauber. Keza will have the DRS from the green kick Sauber, the Dayglow green kick Sauber. And Immortal is doing a great job actually now, because he's steadied the ship and now he is catching as Brabbit now past Keza. He's going to get past the Marquis as well down into turn 1. Not quite, but Brabbit into 5th position. Remember Brabbit, a former world champion in the silver, doing a great job doing that. Look at this as Coop as in Stoop, brilliant driving as well in 10th position there. As Coop as in Stoop there, brilliant stuff indeed. I think that he'll be one of my superstars of the day. He's done a great job, has Coop, then having a sniff, but nothing more than that. As Immortal staying in 8th position there. Nosey is going to be looking very interesting in the battle in that 10th position as well, then potentially for Nosey, but he is on the soft tyre, of course, which we think will be starting to starting to fall by the wayside in the not too distant future. Then driver day vote is out there, so get your votes coming in. Really good stuff indeed. Then I'm doing a very good job. So thank you very much, Mushroom. Of course, I'm paying Mushroom to say that because I want the new front wing in the next race, which I think is Japan. Is it? No, Singapore. Choppers, I'm a couple of years behind. Choppers is limping in the Williams car, and what he's got wing damage there for Choppers. As unfortunately for Choppers, that's his race done and dusted, sadly, for himself. And on board with Legends, and let's go for the Coupe. And Coupe, another great. This is a great drive from Coupe, by the way. I keep saying it, but he's done absolutely superbly well. It was good qualifying now, and this is crucial. With Williams not scoring, Aston Martin scoring. We've been talking about the drop. Whoa, the Coupe getting a bit wild on the old rear there. We've been talking about the Drivers' Championship, but what about the Constructors' Championship as well there? It's also very close in that championship too. I know the drivers don't care about it, but I absolutely love it. And with the Constructors' Championship, 1 point separates the Williams and the Aston Martin. Well, now Aston Martin are going to extend their lead tenfold here, with 18 points there for Lucas Percy, and 1 point for Coupe as well. This is crucial. So who's that? That's Delando, over to 6. Great driving from Delando. Also another driver that is showing his mettle tonight. Brilliant stuff. Keza trying to get back at him there, but Keza on the soft tires. Is this a stretch too far for the soft side for Keza? He's dropping back then. Marky's going for a podium here, but just a bit too far back. Marky, the soft tires is falling off the cliff for Toy Coin with just 4 laps to go. Marky, can he score his first points of the season? And not only that, can he score a podium? Good heavens above. Wow, incredible. Oh, my word. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, then, if you want to say a relaxing Sunday, you've certainly come to the wrong place here, I must say. What an action-packed Grand Prix this has been. And I got to say, actually, drivers in this race so far have done a superb job. Really haven't did Immortal there. That's a lot of understeer on those very used hard tyres there. Immortal, the only driver not to pit on that last safety car window. This is a yellow flag. Oh, and Indigo! And contact! Indigo and Mr. There's a safety car! Indigo and Mr. Race come to blows there, and oh gosh, someone's got a real bad exhaust there. Safety car's out with just a couple of laps to go, and great stuff indeed there. We've also got action outside my window as well. Wow, Equal's saying that as goodness me. Well, Equal's may have seen it first hand there. 15 cars remain. Safety car is out. Dylan gets my driver of the day. Sorry, Dylan. Indigo's after session there. So what are they going to do? Is Menace coming in the pits? Yes. Percy has stayed out here. Toy Coin has stayed out as well, and Menace, has he thrown away the Grand Prix lead here? Menace in the pits now, going on soft tires, but no one else is coming into the pits. Menace has stayed out, everyone else is coming to the pits. I finished the mistake there for the Ferrari driver. Oh no, this is Menace going for his second Grand Prix win of his career, but I feel that when you're first there, it's like the Mercedes in 2021 then. You're first in the queue, you're either going to be a hero or zero there, and I feel that Menace has got too much. The safety car will only be out for a lap, I feel, there before we get back racing. And Nosey on fresh soft tyres. We've also got Riley and Equals also on soft set. Oh my goodness gracious me. So Percy leads the race. Second is Toy Coin. Markey on course for a podium. He's driven superbly well here. Bradley in full position there. Fifth is Delando. Sixth is Keza. Immortal in 7th position. Legends in 8th. Coupe in 9th. Cam in 10th position there. Goodness gracious me. 11th position is Menace. He's got to have fresh soft tyres here, but I feel with just 2 laps to go, I think it's too much. I think if Menace could have that moment back, I don't think he would have pitted. Oh dear. Drive day vote is still out, by the way. Markey, 38% of the vote there, 38% vote for Menace as well. Delando, 25% there. Toy Coin, no votes yet. Then harsh, guys, harsh. My goodness gracious me. I do feel sorry for Menace, Max. You're either a hero or zero, aren't you, when you're in first position there? Because if you come in, everyone else is going to stay out. If you stay up, then some drivers are going to come in. I do feel we're so close to the end of this race, though. I do feel then that perhaps he might be ruining that mistake then, unfortunately. Lap 24 out of 26. I expect the safety car to come in at the end of this lap then. And we got 4 drivers on fresh soft tyres then. Chappers has stayed out on medium. So that's interesting development for Chappers. I thought Chappers would have stayed, come in the pits then on soft tyres then, as Chappers was limping wounded then. But now Lucas Percy has all of a sudden. I think the Menace Max have this race in the bag. I feel, and you can't say that 100%. But Menace had this race quite comfortable at that stage, and before that safety car came out after the incident in the castle section. We've had 4 drivers having issues in the castle section tonight, and I think that's cost Menace Max the Grand Prix win today, and that is heartbreak for Menace. It really is indeed that. But Percy is he inherited the lead? And I'm not sure. He's done a great job to keep himself in this one. And now Percy is going to be leading this race there with Toy Coin on soft tyres in second position. Markey has a chance to get in second position here. What a drive from Markey. Really been a great job today. And now Percy's going in. Legends has overtaken Coop too early. Or has he? I know Coop's had a really bad start by the looks of things. And now struggling to get up front now. And now going into turn 1. Then it's getting all very cosy in turn 1 here. And look at this. That's the fire of Menace. Menace up the inside. Menace diving through. And up into 9th position. Menace is almost a carbon copy of Sainz and Perez there, and Cooper's going to go on the outside here. Goodness gracious me, this is going to get very hairy into turn number 3 here. Oh, Legends there, almost getting squeezed out there. Menace is in 8th for this time. There might be a bit of rage in Menace's car, and now Cooper's in 10th position. Now he's dropped to 11th now, and Equal's also going to be coming through the field as well on soft tyres as well. Oh my word, Knowles in 13th, Riley in 14th, Chappers down in 50th position there, and Wallace is Menace Max now also having a lunch and getting past the Mortal, and up into, well, it wasn't a lunger, it was more of a, he got past before the turn, and Menace up to 7th already, so great recovery drive from Menace so far, and going for the castle section there. I'm so impressed about it going for the castle section so quickly, it's amazing. Percy leads by 10th or second then, but Markey will have DRS, not this lap then, but on the back straight the next lap then. Keza is going to hack through past him then, as unfortunately Delando's bingo card might have to be thrown in the bin here. It's not Delando, sorry, Liam, yeah, as a bingo card then. Keza's lost out because Menace is through, and now can Immortal get past Keza, who's done 9 laps on those soft tyres. Those soft tyres are not going to be feeling too nice now, are they? From Keza's point of view, Keza is losing out. No, he isn't, because Keza's blasted past here. Oh my gosh, and he's boxed in. There's a mortal contact between the 2 cars, and now there goes the Red Bull. There's going to be 4 abreast down into turn 1, and I like the helicam shot. We should have kept it. And now the Mercedes is staying on the outside. Menace is through. He gets past the Mercedes. Mortal down into 7th position now. Keza in 8th position. 9th position is Legends. Is anyone in the wall? I thought someone was on the wall there. Cam is now on the cusp of points as well. Back at the front then. It's all still status quo here. Here comes Equals. Equals up in the 10th position now. And he could get past 2 for the price of 1. Yes, he's done it. He's passed. Cam is also past Legend as well. With just a couple of laps to go, just a couple of quarters to go. That is heartbreak for Legends and Cooper, who've been driving one of the best races I have seen. And Knowlesy is problems in the background here. And there's contact then between Riley and Cooper. Unfortunately, Knowlesy's got a 3-second penalty. A bit of frustration there for the Baku Master here tonight. Unfortunately, Markey is still in for a position. I'm surprised he didn't get past Toy Coin on that back straight there, but great driving there for Toy Coin as we are now coming into the final stage of this incredible Grand Prix. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. I'm dribbling all over myself, and it has been an absolute incredible Grand Prix. It really has indeed that, as Menace is now past Delando and up in 5th position. Great driving there, but no, Delando's not having it. He comes back through, fantastic, and here comes Lucas Percy, who is just a few corners from home, and there we go. My goodness me, and Markey's through. Markey, is he? Yes, he's done it, he's through. And Toy Coin is going to lose out 3rd position as well. And Lucas Percy's going to win a quarter of a century of Grand Prix. He wins his 25th championship race there, here in ALR Gold. And he is the Azerbaijan Grand Prix winner, with Markey in 2nd position. I think that's Markey's best result of his career in ALR. And Bravitt in 3rd position, I think. What an incredible end to that race there. Toy Coin, I think, is going to be furious with 4th position in the end there. And I got to sit down. That's absolutely incredible stuff indeed, then. And oh, my word. And that is crucial in the championship. There is a 25-point lead now between Sam Swift Ninja and Lucas Percy. Sam Swift Ninja is first retirement of his career in ALR. And then Percy got the full shebang of points, the full 25 points, and in his account after potentially a late mistake there for Menace Max, which cost him the victory. This is Lucas Percy's eighth Grand Prix win of his season, 25th win of his career, a quarter of a century now for Lucas Percy. I think he is the second most winningest driver in ALR Gold history. Lucas Percy leads the World Championship by 25 points there, with just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races to go. They're still over 100 points up for grabs in this one. And this is going to be a very interesting final stage of the championship. Percy won the race. Markey second, great result for Markey. Brabbit in third position, great result for Brabbit. Toy Coin disappointing in fourth position. Delando from 13th to 5th. Mega stuff. Menace Max, did he make a mistake there? Equals in 8th. 9th position is Keza. 10th position, Cam. Legends, Coop. Chappers, Riley, Knowlesy. Retirements is Indigo. Someone else, and someone else. Unfortunately, in that one there. Right, let me get me sound settings sorted. Oh, sugar! I should have put up me little screen there first, shouldn't I? Really, before I did all that, because now I have revealed my secret there. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then let's get on to the interview, shall we? Because my goodness gracious me, I think I've earned my keep tonight there, which is which I don't really earn it all the time, but tonight I think I've earned my money and potentially earned me chocolate bar as well. Brabbit, third position today, as I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast. Just the last season was building blocks for this season, but a podium here tonight there, and potentially was it the final safety car that got you in the mix, or was it the safety, or was it the soft tires of Toy Coin?
Um, First of all, I'm so glad to be here. I really missed to talk to you, so thanks for the praise. And I think it was both. Like before the last safety car, I was fighting for, I don't know, P6, P7, something like that. And the last safety car was, um, yeah, mixing everything together. And yeah, in the end, Toincoin, huge congrats to him to finish in P4, I think, because the softs must be dead. And yeah, a little bit sad for P3 because it was so close to finish for P2, but in the end a podium, and I'm really happy with that.
And so it should be as well. And for once, someone's having to speak to me. Fantastic. Oh, I dropped my controller. But what an absolute barnstorming race to be a part of there. Did enjoying the race, and did you feel that this is going to be a crazy one where potentially you can get a podium or a Grand Prix win? Do you like look at races like this and think, oh, I'm like rubbing your hands, or you thinking, I just won a straightforward race tonight?
First of all, maybe Percy, you can mute your mic because there's an echo. And second, congrats to Percy for the win. And third, I totally didn't get the question, so I just say something about the race. The quali was good. The race was quite solid, quite consistent. I did like zero mistakes. Was trying to keep it clean. Only had one corner cut warning, and in the end, yeah, was surprising. This result was surprising to me because I didn't had lots of time to practice. But yeah, sometimes you have to be consistent, and yeah, today it was in my favor, and I'm really happy to be here.
And I would. What about your season as a whole? Then this is your second podium this season, and as I said, it's so much better than last season. But do you think that next season then you could be fighting the likes of Lucas Percy, the likes of Sam Swift Ninja, and Menace? Is that your next target then going forward next season?
uh, don't raise the bar that high, please. So Percy and Sam, they are and Menace, in my opinion, they are so quick. I think they are two steps forward than to us. So to be honest, I'm really happy with the performance in gold this season. But my goal is to have a win here, and thinking about the title is just crazy right now. So just I will take it. I will keep grinding, and hopefully I will be one time a gold winner. But we will see.
And of course, you had a podium in Imola as well. Then, so which race would you rank higher? Then, is it Imola or is it this one tonight?
It was Imola, yeah.
And finally, then, just before we end the oh no, we got person here as well. What is your next objective for the remainder of the season? Because you did mention a win. And do you think you can get a Grand Prix win before the end of the season?
Um, I think if Percy, Sam, and Menace crash, then yes, but not with my own performance. Maybe next season, but this I will try to keep grinding for another podium, but winning is so tough here, so I don't expect something like that.
I don't put any pressure on you, Brabbit, but I believe. Well done today. Brilliant stuff indeed.
Thank you, mate.
And let's come to Lucas Percy, 25th Grand Prix win of your career, of course, a quarter of a century now. But we gotta talk about Sam Swift Ninja retiring first. This is a golden opportunity now for yourself, and you're 25 points in front of Sam Swift going into Singapore in a week's time. So is this championship yours to lose now?
Um, I wouldn't say it's mine to lose because there's still another 7 or 8 races. I'm not sure how many left, but there's still quite a lot of races, and you've seen that some races I've been 15 points ahead of Sam, and then I've finished fifth. Sam's won, and the gap's closed again. So we're always going to keep interchanging who wins, who finishes on and off the podium. And today it was just unlucky for Sam getting that DNF. I didn't really see what happened. I just saw the yellow flags pop up on my screen. At first, I thought it might have been Menace because it's unlike Sam to make mistakes. And as soon as we come around the left hand and I saw it's a blue car, I thought, oh my god, how lucky can I get? So yeah, kind of saved my race a bit, that safety car as well, because I was in the mud pretty much. Everyone else had basically got a pit stop on me, so I was gonna have to box again and come out probably a pit stop behind the entire field. So it's kind of saved me a bit, and I've managed to pick up the win and gain 25 points.
Did you think about coming to the pits then in that first safety car? Everyone else came to the pits, barring you. Did you feel that you made a mistake there, or did you have no option but to stay out?
I think looking back at it now, I should have probably pitted, but I think, yeah, to be honest, it doesn't really matter now. I think it was probably the wrong call for me. If I'd have known everyone was going to pit, then yeah, I would have boxed. But I wasn't sure if the mediums would make it to the end. Obviously, being on the hards, I wasn't quite sure if the mediums would make it to the end. So I kind of had to risk staying out. And unfortunately, everyone else behind me boxed. I did have pretty good pace though, so I managed to keep up with the guys in front until about lap 15. And then as soon as my tyres dropped off, that was a lap sound crash. So it kind of saved me a bit.
And of course, we had another safety car right at the end as well. And of course, Menace came into the pits, and you stayed out. Was you going to do the opposite of Menace, or did you feel that there was no point in pitting with just 2 laps to go?
Now there was definitely no point in pitting, especially like I said with the 2 laps to go. My mediums felt really good still. I'm really baffled as to why Menace pitted, to be honest, because even though he went on to the fresher softs, I think it's still pretty much impossible to gain that many positions. And with everyone else staying out, it made it a lot harder for him to try and get back onto the podium. I'm not quite sure where he finished, but I think he definitely cost himself the win today because he was a lot quicker than me.
He certainly was. And also, as we go on to Singapore in a week's time, have we got a week's break? I don't know. I need to look at the calendar. But potentially Singapore is coming up. What are you concerned by concerned by another street race then, or are you thinking bring it on because you've won today, potentially against a runner play as well with how quick Menace was? And do you think, oh, another street race, another circuit in Singapore, more action, more drama? Are you thinking bring it on?
Yeah, I'm always thinking bring it on, but to be honest, I'm more worried about the 2 week break. Obviously, not playing the game, having this big 2 week break is going to completely blow my rhythm, so I might have to change my mindset a bit and actually do a bit of practice for a change. But I'll see how I feel coming into the weeks. And but I've always been a fan of Singapore. I used to like the old layout. I'm not too fussed about the new layout now. I do kind of like the extra straight. It brings for more overtaking, but Yeah, I've always liked Singapore, and as you said, there's always carnage around the street tracks. So hopefully, maybe one or Sam or Menace can get into a collision, and maybe DNF, and I can pick up on more points.
Really good stuff. Well done today, Percy. Your 25th Grand Prix win of your career. Magnificent stuff indeed. And that is going to be it for us tonight. What an incredible race that was there. And my goodness gracious me, it's one of the longest races of the season. Fantastic. Tomorrow night it is silver. Ultimate Beast is certainly on a collision course with Destiny, isn't he? There, absolutely dominating silver now. What can Mumford do then? He is certainly he's certainly drinking the last chance salute now, isn't he? Mumford is to try and keep that championship alive, then, as we are now whittling down to the final stage of the World Championship. That is tomorrow. Then on Tuesday, of course, it is bronze there, just as tight as it is in gold there. Anything can happen here in Baku, then there could be a major step towards the championship, just like there was for Percy today. But see you tomorrow night then for action in Azerbaijan in silver. Goodbye.